You start. Start ಮಾಡೋಲ್ಲ? Okay. Swami, you can start.
Yes, sir. Okay. Yes, sir.
So, welcome to everybody for this our district 3182 grant management seminar. First of all, we pray our God. Let us have a prayer with our Mulbadi Club Rotarian Lakshmi Narayan Upadhyay.
ಗಜವದನ ಪಾಲಿಸೋ ಲಾಲಿಸೋ ಗಜವದನ ಪಾಲಿಸೋ ತ್ರಿಜಗದೊಡೆಯ ಶ್ರೀ ಭುಜಗಭೂಷಣ ತ್ರಿಜಗದೊಡೆಯ ಶ್ರೀ ಭುಜಗಭೂಷಣ ಗಜವದನ ಪಾಲಿಸೋ ಲಾಲಿಸೋ ಗಜವದನ ಪಾಲಿಸೋ ಭಕ್ತಿಯೋಳ್ ಭಜಿಪೆನು ರಕ್ತಾಂಬರಧರ ಮುಕ್ತಿ ಪಥವ ತೋರೋ ಭಕ್ತಿಯೋಳ್ ಭಜಿಪೆನು ರಕ್ತಾಂಬರಧರ ಮುಕ್ತಿ ಪಥವ ತೋರೋ ಪೊಡವಿಯೊಳಗೆ ಹರಿ ಪೊಡವಿಯೊಳಗೆ ನಿನ್ನ ಬಿಡುವವರ್ಯಾರು ಪೊಡವಿಯೊಳಗೆ ನಿನ್ನ ಬಿಡುವವರ್ಯಾರು ಪೊಡವಿಯೊಳಗೆ ನಿನ್ನ ಬಿಡುವವರ್ಯಾರು ಕಡುವರು ಶದಿಕಾಯೋ ವಿಜಯ ವಿಠಲದಾಸ ಕಡುವರು ಶದಿಕಾಯೋ ವಿಜಯ ವಿಠಲದಾಸ ಗಜವದನ ಪಾಲಿಸೋ ಲಾಲಿಸೋ ಗಜವದನ ಪಾಲಿಸೋ ತ್ರಿಜಗದೊಡೆಯ ಶ್ರೀ ಭುಜಗಭೂಷಣ ಶ್ರೀ ಜಗದೊಡೆಯ ಶ್ರೀ ಭುಜಗಭೂಷಣ ಗಜವದನ ಪಾಲಿಸೋ ಲಾಲಿಸೋ ಗಜವದನ ಪಾಲಿಸೋ ಓ ಹರಿ
Thank you, Lakshmi Narayan Upadhyay. Welcome to everybody for this grant seminar. So, first of all, I welcome our District Governor B.N. Ramesh. He gives the opening remarks to this August gathering. Welcome to you, sir. So, I will also welcome, he may be joining now, our PDG Gulam Vahanvaty. He is the trustee of our ROTARY Foundation from India. He can early come to our district on TRF seminar at Udupi also. So welcome to our Gulam Vahanvaty. So I will also welcome another speaker, the grant stewardship about the speaking about the stewardship. He is PDG HR Anand. He is from District 3190. He is also regularly trainer from our. He came to our house so many times to our district also, sir. Welcome to PDG HR Anand. I will also welcome South Asia Office Staff Grant Coordinator Sumit William. He will tell about the how to make the grant, and also our TRFC BN P. Narayan. He will tell about the Rotary Foundation grant also. I also welcome our DG N and also DG ND Ramchandra Murthy and Dr. Gauri. I also welcome our trainer Jnana Vasanta Shetty, Councillor PDG Bharatesh, and also all our PDGs from our district 3182 and our secretaries, core committee members, AGs, chairman and vice chairman of our 2021 and the zonal coordinator, president, secretary, and all the Rotary members. So I think all the clubs are participating in this seminar. Otherwise, they cannot do the district grant and global grant. Those who are not in, they may join also. So welcome to you all, sir. Thank you. Over to
Thank
P.
you.
Narayan.
For the very welcome the grant management seminar for the year 2020-19-20. Now, our district governor, busy man, in spite of his busy schedule, is with us to give his opening remarks. May over to District Governor Ramesh for his opening remark.
District Governor-elect Rajaram Bhat, District Governor PND Dr. Gauri, First District Governor Anand, and District of Councillor Bharatesh, all the assistant governors, presidents, and Rotary friends. You know that what the Rotary Foundation is doing, enormous job as far as Rotary is concerned. I can say that it is the backbone of Rotary. ಹತ್ತು ಹಲವಾರು ಕೆಲಸಗಳನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಬರ್ತಾ ಉಂಟು. ನಮ್ಮ ರೋಟರಿಯನ್ನು ತುಂಬಾ ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡುವಂತ ಒಂದು ಆರ್ಗನೈಸೇಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ರೋಟರಿ ಫೌಂಡೇಶನ್. ಇದು ನಮ್ಮ ಫೌಂಡೇಶನ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿಕ್ಕೆ ನಮಗೆ ಬಹಳ ಖುಷಿ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ $26.5 ಶುರುವಾದಂತಹ ಒಂದು ಫೌಂಡೇಶನ್ ಬೃಹದಾಕಾರದಲ್ಲಿ ಬೆಳೆದುಕೊಂಡು ಇವತ್ತಿನ ದಿವಸ foundation is supporting all the activities, almost all the activities. The activities that has been carried on is known to each and everyone. Mainly polio place ಮಾಡೋದಿರ್ಬೋದು, grants ಗಳಿರ್ಬೋದು, district grants ಗಳಿರ್ಬೋದು, global grants ಗಳಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಮತ್ತು ಹಲವಾರು ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಮಗೆ ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಇತ್ತೀಚಿನ ಕಾಲದಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿಸಾಸ್ಟರ್ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಸಮೇತನು ಪ್ರತಿ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ಟ್ ಅನ್ನು $25,000 ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ಯಾರೆಲ್ಲ ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಸಿಗುವುದಲ್ಲದೆ ಅವರು ಬರೀ DDFಗೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಡಿಸಾಸ್ಟರ್ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ ಇದು ಫಂಡ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ 50% ನಮ್ಮ ಕಾಂಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಷನ್ 50% ಅವರು ಕಾಂಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಡ್ತಿರ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಅಗಾಧವಾದ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮಗಳನ್ನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಉಂಟು. So I can always say that is the backbone. It's very, very important. It's playing a very important role. We should support ourselves. That is our foundation. ಯಾಕಪ್ಪ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ it's all the contribution of the Rotarians. It's a contribution I, you, and every Rotarian. So because of the contribution, it has grown and it is channeling whatever that is issued through the clubs for doing human services all through the world. So that amount, whatever we give, is being accounted. Transparency is there. Everything is excellent, and it is known for one of the best foundation in the world. And so our duty is to see that we pay to Rotary Foundation, we contribute to Rotary Foundation, we donate to Rotary Foundation, and out of which whatever you contribute, if you pay contributions annual 50% we get back. By every DDF, there is a district that we can match against a global grant also. So keep it in mind that we can match against the global grant, the district grant, whatever we get it. So we try to obtain global grants. So we can obtain global grants provided we should fulfill certain conditions. So one of the conditions at the club level is that, see that seminar, that district grant seminar, every Rotary club has to attend either by the president and secretary or their nominated district. So it's a must. So some of the conditions, because you should know what is global grant. The very reason for this seminar, it's a training seminar. So you should know how to apply, what are the conditions to be fulfilled. Because as I told you, the accountability and transparency, they have a lot of importance. Because whatever we give, almost more than 90% is being good for the charitable purpose. Not only that, whatever you contribute, they will also see that the amount contributed is being properly utilized for the purpose for which it is granted. So for these purposes, all the precautions are being taken. One of the precautions is that of attending this grant. So I hope every club is present now, because if they are not present, they will not be eligible, because to qualify, they have to qualify. First thing is, they have to qualify in this by attending this seminar to know about what is global grant and what is the financial, how they have to put that, how it amount is to be played, how it has to be accounted, what are the financial management, what are the agreements they have to enter into. All these aspects are being told by various speakers. You will have best speakers like hello. Hello? Hello? Ramesh, good evening, sir.
Gulam Vahanvaty.
Sorry for interruption, because Gulam Vahanvaty spoke to me and he'll be here for another 2 minutes.
Okay.
So there is a thing. So I hope all of you are attending. I think you will hear most of the things from our trustee, PDG Gulam Vahanvaty. He is likely to appear in another 2 minutes. He was under the impression it is 5 o'clock. So as under misconception that is at 5 o'clock. Then I told it's 4:30. Yes, I am coming in 2 minutes. So he's going to come now. We will tell about many things, and also we have the DRF Chief Narayan also going to speak, and then you have Sumit on the coordinator regarding grants application processes, and also ARF, our one ARF Chief Anant on stewardship, how to maintain the accounts, how to go about it, what all the precautions you have to take to get not only get the global grant and fulfill all the conditions that is required to be. So in this regard, you will hear from various districts. So just I don't want to take much time. So whatever time given is just 5 minutes. So with all these things, I hope you will all the clubs. I want every club to make an application and try to obtain the global grant. First, try to contribute as much as possible, because the amount whatever we get ultimately from next year, there is no cost contribution. So DDF is going to help a lot. So everyone to contribute to the Rotary Foundation and get back at least 50% of the amount what we contribute, so that it could be utilized for more and more global grants. With these few words, I think other things you will hear from this thing. And hope all the assistants fulfill all the conditions as required under the foundation grant qualification. So I thank for giving me an opportunity to speak a few words on this occasion. Thank you.
Thank you, District Governor Ramesh. Your usual words of motivation and trying to request everybody to be a part of the Rotary and Rotary Foundation. You have always been a source of inspiration to every club in the district. While waiting for our trustee Gulam Vahanvaty, I think he should be with us any moment. I welcome the grant coordinator from Delhi, Sumit William. I don't know whether Roy Jan also has joined. Sumit, I can see Sumit joining us. Now we will start with the audiovisual introduction of our trustee past Governor Gulam Vahanvaty. By the time we complete the introduction, I think he should be joining us. Amit, will you start with the introduction?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
PDG Gulam is an alumnus of India's finest institutions, St. Xavier's College, Bombay, and IIM, Calcutta. Having graduated in business management, he joined the prestigious Tata Administrative Services in 1970 and then entered the family business of scrap processing and shipbreaking in 1974, and since then has forayed into diversified businesses. During his study at St. Xavier's College, he was elected the first student chairman of the Students' Union Council in 1967-68. Before Gulam became a Rotarian, he was selected on the Rotary's GSC team from District 314 to 656, Indiana, USA in 1978. He was invited to join the Rotary Club of Bombay Downtown in 1979 and became its president in 85-86 and later moved to RC Mumbai in 2015. In 2002-03, RID 3140 unanimously elected Gulam as its district governor. A major project during his tenure was the railway station adoption project, Jana Seva Abhiyan, when the Rotary clubs of his district made it their mission to ease the hassles associated with local rail commuting. As a district governor, Gulam also inspired record contributions from his district to the Rotary Foundation, $654,000, the largest contribution by any Rotary district in India till 2006-07. Gulam's commitment and his training and motivational skills have been duly acknowledged when he was assigned several international tasks by Rotary International and the Rotary Foundation. He served as a Regional Rotary Foundation Coordinator, member of Rotary Peace Centers Committee, RI Training Leader for 2007 and again for 2008, Chairman of RI Communications Committee, member Future Vision Committee, RI President's representative to many district conferences in India, Australia and New Zealand. He has been appointed TRF Trustee from July 2018 to 2022. A major donor, he is a recipient of Rotary International's Service Above Self Award and the Rotary Foundation's Citation for Meritorious Service and Distinguished Service Award. Gulam's motto of service encompasses other initiatives too. He is a member of the governing board of Mumbai First, a high-powered group of citizens committed to improve the quality of life in Mumbai, the Mohalla Committee Movement Trust, and Public Concern for Governance Trust that work for probity in public life and promoting communal harmony. Horses are dear to Gulam, and he has been a proficient rider from childhood. He was a committee member and the chairman of stewards of Royal Western India Turf Club Limited. He resigned from both when he became the trustee of TRF. Gulam's son Zamir, a partner in family business, daughter-in-law Khatija, granddaughter Sumehra, daughter Zahabia, son-in-law Satpal Branch, and their sons Rishan and Jayan are testament of inclusiveness and understanding of this remarkable individual. Gulam married Hasina in December of 1970. Hasina, the love of Gulam's life, has been his strength and support till she passed into the ages on the New Year's Day in 2015. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting to you TRF Trustee PDG Gulam Vahanvaty.
Welcome, Gulam. For us, you are the foundation. Welcome to you. You are right on time. I request you to. We have started the seminar. The initial formalities are over. The district governor elect made presentations, and we welcomed you in your absence. We request you to make the motivational inaugural address for the district 3182.
Thank you, Dr. Narayan. I'm first of all extremely apologetic.
No.
I sincerely apologize that I got the timing wrong. I thought we were starting at 5 and I had mentioned 5 o'clock, and thank you for calling me and letting me know that you are already started. So once again, to all of you, my apologies, but I am very happy. I've entered at a very critical time just when you were about to start. So thank you very much. So District Governor B.N. Ramesh, District Governor-elect Rajaram Bhat, DRFC Dr. P. Narayan, District Trainer PDG Jana Shetty, District Councillor PDG Dr. Bharatesh, members of the College of Governors, Governor nominee Ramachandra Murthy, Governor nominee designate Dr. Gauri, district officers, assistant governors, most importantly, the presidents of 2021. And also, may I recognize Mr. Sumit Williams for Rotarians from the South. And I saw Professor Sesapa Rai when I was just joining. He was also joining, and he's the one who took me to the Burns Clinic of your specially sponsored by you. So very happy to see him there. Fellow Rotarians, ladies and gentlemen, a very good evening to all of you from all of you who are from District 3182. Let me just straight away say that I'm very happy to be here. When my friend Dr. Narayan asks, it is difficult to say no. And I'm very happy. I believe there is a very good attendance today. Thank you. So, ladies and gentlemen, fellow Rotarians, these are difficult times that we are going through. COVID-19 has made life very different for all of us. This epidemic, or this pandemic, shall I say, has really caused everybody to rethink how we are living our lives, how careful we must be, and has made a huge difference to us. But I believe that if we all work together, and we must all work together, we can defeat this pandemic. Yes, there is the importance of physical distancing. Yes, there is the importance of wearing a mask. But I do want to distinguish between the word physical distancing and social distancing. I think there is a great need for us to be physically distant. I believe that it is extremely important that we keep at least 6 feet away from each other. But when we talk of social distancing, I'm a little, I believe that being socially connected through the virtual medium that is now progressed so much. And while we are on Zoom today, I have been on various other platforms of Cisco's WebEx, Microsoft Teams, and so many others which are really advancing at such a rapid pace that makes us virtually stay connected. And for me, it's very important. I must tell you, I have family living in different parts of the country as well as abroad. And for me, this is the medium that I stay connected with them. This is the medium that I stay connected with my friends. And this is the medium that I stay connected with my Rotary family. So, physical distancing, yes. Let's stay socially connected through this virtual medium. I must praise District Governor Ramesh. I know when I came in last year, just when his year was beginning and Dr. Narayan was taking over, I know that he had made a lot of, he had good plans, and I think he has done very good work in all the avenues of service. I would hope that he gives his last push in the Rotary Foundation, and that in spite of the challenges, I think we will do reasonably well in all avenues of service, especially the foundation. So congratulations, Governor Ramesh, and I wish you all the very best. May I also mention and recognize Governor-elect Rajaram Bhat and Rotary Ann Vardhamba. They are very committed. I saw them at the International Assembly. They are a great couple, and I wish them and give them my best wishes. I'm especially pleased at the positive approach towards the Rotary Foundation, notwithstanding the change in the rules. All of you present over here, my friends, all of you are leaders. You have commitment, you have competence, you have knowledge. But to me, the most important factor in success would be a teamwork. When I was governor in 2002 and 2003, there was only one motto that I had, and that was working together works. And I want to share a very quick story, a small story, but a true story of an American fighter pilot called Charles Plum. Charles Plum used to fly fighter pilots from the USS Kitty Hawk, flying into Vietnam, and every day he would fly sorties over Vietnam dropping bombs. One day his plane was shot down, And as the plane was coming down, he luckily ejected, his parachute opened, and he came down safely to earth. Of course, he was captured by the Vietnamese and he spent 6 long years in the Vietnamese prison. But when he came out, he started his career, totally changed his career from the Air Force to being a motivational speaker. Used all that he had learned internationally when he was in his prison and started speaking about, through the learnings, how to be a successful, not only a good human being, but a good leader. And one day he was sitting in a restaurant eating, having dinner with his wife. And suddenly walked this huge man who came up to him and said, "Hey, you're Charles Plum, aren't you?" So Charles Plum looked up and said, "Yes, I am. Who are you?" He said, "Sir, I am the man who packed your parachute." And for a few moments, Charles Plum didn't look up from his plate. He was, just one second, please, just hold on here. I'm sorry, that was Trustee Chair Ravindran. I had to just say, answer his call. So Charles Plum he suddenly, after a few moments, got up, took the man's hand in his hands and said, "Thank you very, very much, because if that parachute had not opened, I wouldn't be here." That night, Charles Plum couldn't sleep. And he kept thinking of what this man had said. He had packed his parachute. And every day, when they were serving in the Kitty Hawk, they would have passed each other. Charles Plum would have passed this petty officer. He was a lowly petty officer. Charles Plum was the captain. And he would pass him, they would salute each other. That man would salute him. Charles Plum would give him back the salute. But he never realized that this man, every day, would go down to the holes of the Kitty Hawk and carefully pack parachutes so well that when they were needed, they opened and saved a person's life. And Charles Plum used this in all his motivational talks subsequently. And he said, one lesson from this is, never ever forget to recognize people around you who make you succeed. Don't forget small things. Don't forget to say a simple thank you or a good morning or a hello, because everybody around you that's working in your team is packing your parachute. Don't ever forget to question and recognize everybody that packs your parachute. So you saw in my AV introduction that I'm a GSE team member before I became a Rotarian. And my commitment to the Rotary Foundation ever since that day when I returned from that experience, that life-enhancing experience of the group study exchange program, I came back completely committed to Rotary and the Rotary Foundation. And I have remained so ever since. Today, my friends, today's top priority, of course, is to overcome this dreaded pandemic, COVID-19. But let's not forget polio. All of us sitting in this vast virtual meeting, we have all made a commitment to the children of the world that we will end polio. And we are this close. We have got just 2 countries left. But our commitment must not cease. Our contributions must not cease, because the children of the world are asking us to fulfill our commitment. Let me now talk to you quickly about what the trustees responded when the pandemic hit. We were not physically meeting. We could not meet. But the trustee chairman convened a virtual meeting of the trustees and said, look, we've got to react. We've got to act. We've got to act fast to help clubs and districts in their war against this COVID pandemic. How can we assist them? So as you know, we have another grant which is not used normally. It only activates during disasters, and that's the disaster response grant. Now, the disaster response grant works only when disasters strike applications are made for that disaster. And as funds come in from donors, that fund is distributed to the people who applied for it. In this case, the trustees immediately decided that we would allow 25,000 each district to make an application for one grant of $25,000 for the disaster response grant. Only one grant, and not exceeding $25,000. And as an immediate measure, we transferred $1 million. Now, if you make a calculation, $1 million would only suffice for 40. But we had a whole list of districts that had applied for. And so within 5 to 7 days, the trustees met again virtually and immediately increased that 1 million to 3 million. We added 2 more million. So $3 million got transferred from the World Fund to the disaster response grant. Simultaneously, we said we've got to make global grants easier to use. And so we said, let's remove the 30% match, the international partners' 30% contribution. Let us remove it. Let us make it easier for global grants, COVID-related global grants, to go through. While you would need an international partner, you would not need any contribution from that partner. And so the COVID global grants were also made simpler and easier to apply for. And our staff responded dramatically, my friends. I can't tell you how they responded to the call from districts and clubs. Within 24 hours, disaster response grants have been sanctioned. Within 3 days, even less than that, global COVID grants, global grants for COVID have also been sanctioned. And in these 8 weeks, my friends, worldwide, the Rotary Foundation has given 169 new COVID global grants, which total to $13.81 million. We also allowed sponsors, if they had a global grant which was not COVID, and there was money lying in that still after the original grant had been finished, then we told them that you could request for repurposing it for COVID. And wonderfully.
qualification process, you enter into a memorandum of understanding with the Rotary Foundation that we will oversee that all the grant funds are utilized for the purpose for which they are sanctioned. That is the simple MOU. And one of the basic things for any sanction of a global grant, conduct a grant management seminar for the club. That's what we are doing today, because the purpose of the grant management seminar is to make every club leader know about what this global grant is all about. That's what we are doing today. These are the conditions to make a district qualify for the global grants. And what about the clubs? When a club wants to get a global grant, they have to agree to implement the club MOU and send a club member to grant management seminar sponsored by the district. That's what myself, Rajaram, but everybody is asking you. Every club must be represented in this seminar. That is the basic requirement of getting a grant sanction for every club. If any club is not present today, I suspect whether we will be able to do anything about getting a grant sanction to that club. Complete any other district requirements. Each district can make its own stipulations and requirements, and our district, from time to time, we make our own small requirements. One of them will be completion of all the completion of the district dues and other things. And the second thing, what contribution you have made 3 years before, and that's one of the things we look at. And stewardship. Stewardship, Gulam was kind enough to give a good briefing for the stewardship, and our ARFC past governor Anant is going to tell everything about the stewardship. These are the basic requirements for a club qualification. And how do you make a global grant? These are all the things which have been told. How do you get an international partner to all these forums? You can search any of these things. Ultimately, you have to have an international partner. How do you do it? There are so many ways. Now the communication system is so good, it's up to you to get an international partner. There are so many opportunities, you have to make good use of them. And this can be a topic for discussion at a future meeting. Now let me come to the district grants. That's all about the global grants. Let me come to the district grants. These are small scale, short-term projects. Something like the matching grant projects which you were doing previously. These are local or international activities. You can have a district grant for your own community, or you can have a district grant for an international community. And aligned with foundation's mission. You can't do anything against the foundation mission. And that's why I put the foundation mission in the beginning itself. Everything should be in agreement with the Rotary Foundation mission, and single grant awarded to every district annually. Each club cannot go with a district grant. All the grant proposals of any club are a consolidated grant covering all the clubs, one application every year, and the last date for that application is May 15th. As far as 1920 is concerned, we have already submitted an application that has been sanctioned, and the implementation will start any day. And Ramesh and myself are working to see that that grant goes on well. I'm sure Rajaram Bhat has got some ideas. We'll sit together and find out how to make this single grant application for the coming year. Let me tell you, no club can make an individual district grant application. It's a consolidated one grant. Just a comparison between global grant and district grant. As far as the global grant, I told you $30,000 is the minimum. District grant, no maximum minimum. Funding, there is a World Fund, DDF and cash. District grant, only the DDF. 50% of the DDF available for the district is the maximum that you can use for a district grant. Application, global grant online, whereas district grant, it is managed by the district. Areas of focus, it aligns with areas of focus. District grant only, it goes with the mission of the Rotary Foundation. It does not bother about the areas of focus. Partnership is absolutely necessary as far as global grant is concerned. District grant, there is no partnership involved. Sustainability, global grant, it is required. It is always important. District grant, it is due one time, and that's the benefit community is going to have. Measurability, global grant, you have to have the measurability. For example, if it's a school project, the Rotary Foundation wants you to find out what was the result percentage or the admission in the school before the grant was sanctioned, and what happened after the grant was implemented. Whether the admissions have improved, whether the result have improved, whether the number of girl students has increased, whether the health status of these are all the measurable things that the foundation always wants. On the other hand, district grant, no such thing is required. Scholarships, global grant, you can use it for graduate and postgraduate. District grant, you can use it for even for undergraduate, any level of studies, you can use them. Some of the small things you can think that when you apply for a district grant, 3% of the grant money can be used for administrative expenses, 20% for the contingencies. In the global grant, one of the most important things is community needs assessment. Unless you go to the community and make a survey, a study, or whatever method, you make an assessment of the community, you can't fill in a global grant application. That is the stipulation that comes. And you have 10% for your measuring your project outcomes, 10% for your project management costs, and 10% for contingency, including currency fluctuation. As far as India is concerned, there will be a lot of currency fluctuation. You can reserve 10% in the budget itself for your contingency, and project signage up to $500, and up to 6 grants for a single cooperating organization. When you involve a cooperating organization, apart from Rotary, not the Rotary clubs I'm speaking, if you involve some other educational institution, some other hospital, they can be up to only 6 grants. That is the limit you have. And those clubs, if you want to many projects, 10 open grants for a primary sponsor is the limit that we have. In our district, that contingency has never arisen. I hope that will arise in the years to come. And whatever money you save from the grant or from the interest on the grant, whatever it is, the remaining money, you can't use it. You have to refund it to the Rotary Foundation. I'm sure Sumit, William, and Roy Jan are listening to this. They will make it a very strong point. Money has to, it is foundation money. It has to go back to the foundation. Friends, this is a slide which gives what happened in our district over the last 5-6 years as far as the grants are concerned. Every time you see that we have received more than what we have given. That is the most significant thing I can tell you. The one record year, you can see that the first year of our district, 2016-17, DS service year, Ravi is always proud of it. We made some records. I hope that record will be broken in the days to come. We will not mind the record to be broken. I hope that we will be able to break that record. Now, friends, this is about the program of scale grants. This is a new idea Rotary Foundation got. With the crunching of the World Fund, I don't know whether the Rotary Foundation will be able to continue this grant. But anyway, just for information, these are competitive grants. It benefits a large number of people in a significant geographical area, not just one town, one village. It's a significant area. Each year, one approved project receives $2 million from the Rotary Foundation's World Fund. And this is a mega grant that has been announced. As I told you, let us see. I'm keeping my fingers crossed what will happen next year. And again, a Rotary club and district are involved. They have to be implemented with an experienced partner. These are special grants that have been announced. And the disaster response grants, Gulam has already told you about the disaster response grants. These were government grants that were there, but the Rotary Foundation has been magnanimous. It has responded to the disaster so well. The COVID-19 situation has been taken care of. The statistics Gulam has already given. These are all the things Gulam has already given. The number of applications submitted from our country was 36. When I made this slide, it was the number of grants sanctions 30. Gulam said it is 33 now, and number of grants paid 25. And all these statistics, 30 disaster response grants, all these type of things have been updated, and Gulam was kind enough to tell all these things already Gulam has told. I'm not going to in detail. 48 global grants, and it is going on increasing to the extent the Rotary Foundation has exhausted all its World Fund as far as this year is concerned. Friends, this is all about the grants. Basically, it boils down to global grants and district grants. it is up to you to make use of the opportunity, and it is my expectation, and it will be the expectation of our district governor also, that I want if somebody asks me what is your goal for the coming year, if somebody asks Rajaram, but what is the goal for the coming year? If every club can think of a grant, either a district grant or a global grant, I think we have done our job. Because one grant motivates the club in such a big way that will take care of their contribution to the OT Foundation also. So I want every one of you to think on these lines and go with the district grants. Thank you, and thank you very much. Now, after knowing all these things, it's our job to tell you how to take care of the application process. It's easy to say there is a global grant, but most of the times, ನಮ್ಮ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ಟ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಜನ ಇದು ಗ್ಲೋಬಲ್ ಗ್ರಾಂಟ್ ಇದೊಂದು ಕಬ್ಬಿಣದ ಕಡಲೆ, ನನಗೆ ಏನಂತ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಅಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್ ಹೇಗೆ ಫಿಲ್ಅಪ್ ಮಾಡೋದು, ಎಲ್ಲಿದೆ ಅಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್, ಸರ್ ಒಂದು ಅಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಕಳಿಸ್ಕೊಡಿ, ಏನೇನೋ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆಗಳು ಬರ್ತವೆ, ನಾನು ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಅಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್ ಫಿಲ್ಅಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇನೆ. ಇದಕ್ಕೆಲ್ಲ ಉತ್ತರ, the reply for all these things will be given by the experts from the Rotary Foundation, our South Asia office, both of them, Roy John and Samit William. They are the grant coordinators. They have been excellent coordinators. I can tell you, I have been working with them for many years now. You can't find more efficient people than them. They are so prompt and so knowledgeable. I request Sumit and Roy John to take over and tell about the application process. Sumit?
Very good evening, sir.
Yes.
Very good evening to all of you. As sir said, thank you, sir, for your kind words. And thank you, everyone, for attending this grant management seminar of District 3182. And please accept my apologies. My internet bandwidth is a little low, so I'll not be able to share my video. However, we'll be able to share whatever I have through my slides. So I'll share my slides.
Is Roy John with you, Sumit?
Yes, he is there, sir.
Okay.
He'll be joining us, like he's there in the call. However, he'll join us during the question and answer session.
Okay, fine.
Yeah. Is it visible to everyone?
Yes, it's visible.
Yeah. So today I'll take you through the online application process, how online application is being filed on my Rotary. This is the page when like you have to have an account, a registered account with my Rotary. You have to log in with your Rotary email ID and password, and you'll land on this page when you log in through your Rotary ID and password. And as I've told you, have to register to have your password with my Rotary. On this, you can see that there are several options. After the exchange ideas, there is second option, which is take action. When you click on take action, there is a drop down of several options again: give, develop projects, apply for grants, empower leaders. So as we are applying for a global grant, we'll go on third option, which is apply for grants and select grant center. And let me tell you, like, this grant center is a place to go for everything you need to do online for your Rotary Foundation grants, and it keeps all the Rotary grants related resources handy for you. This guide will show you how to use it to navigate the updated system, apply for global grant, and for district grants, like district leaders can log in and see their grants on this. After selecting the grant center, you'll land on this page. It has four options: home, apply for grants, my grants, and my action. If you see that, like, as we are applying for a grant, we'll have to click on apply for a grant. However, let me tell you about two options first, which is my grant and my action. In my grants, when you click on that, you will be able to see all the grants in draft mode, submitted mode, approved, past application, and closed ones. And on my action, when you click, you'll be able to see all grants they are involved and where their action is required. For example, action is required to for reporting purpose, for example authorization of a report and bank information authorization needed. These will be available on my action. Now, as we are talking about applying grant online, we'll have to click on apply for a global grant. Sir has already, Narayan sir has already told you about the difference between global grant and district grant, so I'll not go in deep with that. After clicking on apply for a global grant, we'll land up on this page where there's a drop down says choose the type of grant you are applying for. It will give you two options. One is global grant and one is district grant. So whatever grant you are applying for, you have to select that and click on let's begin. So now the steps of applying for a grant starts. The first step is basic information. Over here, you will have to start telling the project name, what type of project it is, and the host and international context. After you have done it, you have to click on save and continue option. So basically, here you will tell us all the things about the project, whether it is a humanitarian project, vocational training project, a scholarship project, everything over here. Then you have to click on save and continue. After doing the first step, your grant number will be generated. You can see on the right hand side, there is an example that the grant number has been generated. So after doing your first step of basic information and doing save and continue, your grant number will be generated. Now the other option is committee members. Here you have to add all the committee members. And primary host and international sponsors needs to establish a grant committee of 3 Rotarians for a global grant. Member of this grant committee need to come from primary sponsor club if the grant is a club sponsored grant, and if in case the grant is a district sponsored grant, then they should come from district. So you have to add the committee members over there. And then again you have to click on save and continue to complete this step. They are like 3 color coding. If you see dark blue, light blue, and gray, they'll like there are 3 color codings on this like grant center. Dark blue, that means you have completed the step perfectly. Light blue is that you have not visited that, and gray means there's something incomplete. So you have to see whether you have completed, and you have to achieve that all your steps should show dark blue. However, there is an option of edit also. If you want to change something and edit something, you can see that on the right hand side there is an option of pencil. You have to, if you can click on that, you can be able to edit steps, edit the information accordingly. You can like on this save option, you can click on save and exit application, and you can take a printout of this, or you can save it for your records as a PDF file. There's an option on the right hand side if you see save and exit application. So now the third step is project overview. So here you have to describe your goal in a project overview. You have to tell what main objective of the project is, who will benefit from the project, and you have to give an overview of the project, what kind of project you are actually applying for, and you have to click on save and continue again. Step 4 is about areas of focus. So what areas of focus your project is lying on. Uh, as you know, we have 6 areas of focus: peace and conflict resolution, disease prevention, treatment, water and sanitation, maternal, child and health, basic education, literacy, economic, community and development. So according to your project, you have to click on one of them, and you can select save and continue to complete this step. Now step number 5 is about measuring success. Here is actually you have to tell how will you measure the project impact. So there are like 4 options available: reducing the mortality and morbidity rate for children under the age of 5, reducing the maternity. So this is actually options coming under, if you see, maternal and child healthcare. This example is showing for MCH, and these 4 options are related to that. So for example, if you are applying for a grant of this nature, you have to you can select whatever applies for that. However, if it is from a different area of focus, there will be different options available. So you have to select them accordingly. Now, step number 6 is about location and dates. So you have to tell like where will your project take place, and your country, start and end date of the project. Like you can give a hypothetical date, for example. However, as you know that every year you have to do the reporting of the project, but you have to give over here the start and end date also. If you talk about step number 7, it is about participants. So in step number 7, list other project participants, including any cooperating organizations, additional partners, volunteer travels, or sponsoring club or districts. So here you have to select if you have any cooperating organization, if you have any other partners, if it is a VTT project, for volunteer travel option you can give, and any Rotarians who describe the role of Rotarians will have in this project. So you can describe the role of the Rotarians who are actually into this project in step number 7. After that comes the step number 8, which is project budget. Uh, Over here, you have to enter the local currency and exchange rate, list budget items, and upload supporting documents over here. So if you see that there is a drop down option of local currency, so you have to select the local currency over here by selecting the INR, and over there you can select, you can put the project budget, and you can upload the supporting documents. If you on the left hand side, there is an option of add budget item. So here you will be able to upload the project documents. Now step number 9 is about funding of the project. So here you can add funding source, and through the drop down menu, your cash contribution from district, DDF from district, non-routine contribution, term gift items, whatever the project is actually have for the funding. So as you already know that 30% minimum should come from international partner in a regular project. If it is not directed like term gift project or a CSR project. World Match Fund should lie in funding from will be from $15,000 to USD $400,000, and your DDF will be matched with 100% as and there'll be from 1st of July onwards there'll be no cash match. If you talk about step number 10, it is about sustainability. You have to explain each step of the project implementation, how the project responds to community needs, and what makes the project activities sustainable. You also answer you have to also answer a few questions about the project budget over here. You have to tell the sustainability of the project. Sustainability is a very important aspect of any global grant, if you see. Without sustainability, if you see, it impacts on lots of areas. If the project is not sustainable and if it has no life, a long-term life, then the whole purpose of the global grant will vanish. So every global grant should have a sustainability like sustainability impact very it has a very important part of sustainability over here. So you have to fill in the sustainability each components over here. After that, the if if you don't have to edit anything, your application is finalized. You can review that once, and you can doc this also. Now, after primary contact locks the application and authorizes that, it locks the application, it will ask for the authorization. If you see, there is an authorization button on left hand side. As soon as the authorization are complete, the application is submitted to the Rotary Foundation for review. So you have the primary contact will click on authorization, authorize now, and the project will go to other partners. For example, the club president, the other international primary contact and club president, and so on, for their authorization also. And when all the authorizations will be done, the project will be submitted for review. So this is all about applying a grant online. Thank you so much. Stay safe and stay healthy. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Sumit. That was a real practical way of telling how to apply for a global grant. ಸ್ನೇಹಿತರೆ, ಇದು ಅಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್ ಪ್ರೋಸೆಸ್ ನೀವು ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ ಹೋಗೋದನ್ನ ಕಲ್ತ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ ಹೋಗೋದನ್ನ ಕಲ್ತೋತೂ ಅಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್ ಪ್ರೋಸೆಸ್ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಮೊದಲನೇ ರಿಕ್ವೈರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮೈ ರೋಟರಿ ಸೈನಿಂಗ್ ಇನ್ ಯಾವತ್ತೂ ಮರಿಬಾರ್ದು. ಬಹಳ ಸಲ ನಾನು ನೋಡಿದ್ದೇನೆ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಬಹಳ ಸಲ ಅಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್ಗೆ ಫಿಲಪ್ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ಪಾಸ್ವರ್ಡ್, ಸೈನ್ ಇನ್ ID ಎಲ್ಲ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡಿರ್ತವೆ. ಫಾಲೋ ಅಪ್ ಬಂದಾಗ ಸರ್ ನನ್ನ ಪಾಸ್ವರ್ಡ್ ಮರ್ತೋಗಿದೆ ಸರ್. ಒನ್ಸ್ ಯು ಡೂ ಆಲ್ ದೀಸ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್, ಎಲ್ಲ ಒಂದ್ ಕಡೆ ನೋಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ನಿಮ್ ಪಾಸ್ವರ್ಡ್ ಏನು, ನಿಮ್ ಸೈನ್ ಇನ್ ID ಏನು ಅಂತ. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮೈ ರೋಟರಿ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಇಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ಗ್ಲೋಬಲ್ ಗ್ರಾಂಟ್ ಅಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್ ಬರೀ ಅಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್ ಮಾತ್ರ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಅಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್ ಹಾಕಿ ಅದು ಸ್ಯಾಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಆದಂತ ಉಳಿದ ಮುಂದಿನ ಪ್ರೊಸೀಜರ್ಸ್, ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಡೀಟೇಲ್ಸ್ ಅಪ್ಲೋಡ್ ಮಾಡೋದು, ಅಂತ ರಿಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಕಳ್ಸೋದು, ಎಲ್ಲದಕ್ಕೂ ಇದು ಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ನನ್ನ ಒಂದು ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫನ್ ನನ್ಗೆ ಬಂದಿರೋ ತೊಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಒಂದ್ಸಲ ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡೋ ಹಾಗೋ ಈಗ ಬಹಳ ಖುಷಿಯಿಂದ ಎಲ್ಲ ತಂದು ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಏನ್ ಸರ್ ಇದೊಂದು ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರೆಸ್ ರಿಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಹಾಕ್ಬೇಕಲ್ಲ, ನೀವು ಆಥರೈಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಸರ್ ನನ್ನ ಐಡಿನೇ ಮರ್ತು ಹೋಗಿದೆ. ಈ ತರದೆಲ್ಲ ಆಗ್ಬಾರ್ದು, ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಅದನ್ನೊಂದ್ ಕಡೆ ಬರೆದಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಎ ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ ಪ್ರೋಸೆಸ್. No application form, no paperwork, nothing. As Samit was telling, once you complete all the formalities, it gets automatically submitted to the Rotary Foundation. You don't even spend on courier, ಯಾವುದು ಸ್ಪೀಡ್ ಪೋಸ್ಟ್ ಏನು ಇಲ್ಲ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Only other thing is all your quotations, community assessment, survey reports, everything must be ready when you are filling up the application. ಅವನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಅಪ್ಲೋಡ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಕಷ್ಟು ಅವಕಾಶ ಕೊಡ್ತದೆ. ಇದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಅಪ್ಲೋಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ Nanti, of course, the Rotary Foundation officers, grant coordinator, in the review Madi, a series of clarifications will be sought. That's a different story altogether. Now, friends, we have a very, very important person with us. One of the important components of the foundation grant is stewardship. Stewardship ಈಗಾಗಲೇ ಗುಲಾಮ್ ಸಾಕಷ್ಟು ಮಾಹಿತಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ basic, but real what is stewardship ಅನ್ನೋದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ let us go to the one and the only HR Anand from district 3190. ನಿಮ್ಗೆಲ್ಲ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಬಯೋಡೇಟಾ ಆಡಿಯೋ ವಿಜುವಲ್ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟೇಷನ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಕೇಳ್ಬೋದು. ಅಮಿತ್.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
A mechanical engineer from BMS College of Engineering, Anant worked at Bosch and Wipro Products. He took charge as the managing director in 1989. Under his leadership, the company has evolved into a vibrant publishing house. Bangalore Press calendars have become a household item in every nook and corner of Karnataka. Anant has been associated with the Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan for close to 2 decades and is serving as the vice chairman. Bhavan Bangalore Press School as a CSR activity in 2010. It is now one of the highly sought after school in the area and has also been featured as the School of the Week recently by the Indian Express. Anant was inducted into Rotary Bangalore West in 1994, and this was the start of a great partnership. Anant became the president of the club in 2000-2001. During that year, he added 43 new members to the club. Anant undertook several projects like the setting up of the Sharda Rotary Hospital, Seva Setu, literacy projects, etc. Anant led the group study exchange team to District 6330, Canada, USA in 2007-2008. After this, he has taken up various roles at the district level. Yesuda's Hridaya Raga program was another grand success as a public image and fundraiser event. Anant's interests include classical music, culture, and acting on the stage in plays, something he shares with Girija. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the HR Anant and his gracious Anne, Girija Anant.
Snehita, let us welcome Anant and listen to some of the serious aspects of the grants, the stewardship. And when Anant speaks, it is all truth, nothing but truth. Anant, please.
Thank you, Dr. Narayana. Thank you for the generous words that you used. Anyhow, let me first of all pay my respects to the District Governor Ramesh, District Governor-elect Rajaram Bhat, DRFC and past District Governor and very respected Dr. P. Narayana, the District Trainer, the other district officers, past district governors. I saw a couple of them. I think I saw my schoolmate PDG Ravi there. I don't know who else is there. And all the presidents, office bearers of District 31982. ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಶುಭ ಸಂಜೆ. ಇದುವರೆಗೆ ನಾವು ಸುಮಾರು ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ರೋಟರಿ ಫೌಂಡೇಶನ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಕೇಳಿದ್ವಿ. ವಾಟ್ ಆರ್ ದ ಇಂಪ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ರೋಟರಿ ಫೌಂಡೇಶನ್, ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಗ್ರಾಂಟ್ಸ್ ಏನೇನು ಮಾಡಬಹುದು, ಯಾವ ತರ ಇದು ಮಾಡಬಹುದು ಅಂತ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ನಾರಾಯಣ ಅವರು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು. ಅದಾದ ನಂತರ ಇವಾಗ ಸುಮಿತ್ ವಿಲಿಯಂ ಅವರು ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ ಅಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್ ಪ್ರೋಸೆಸ್ ಯಾವ ತರ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು ಅಂತ. ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ನಾವು ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗಿದ್ದಂತ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಏನು ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ, ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ಐ ಥಿಂಕ್ ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಕವರಿಂಗ್ as far as stewardship is concerned. I hope it's all right for me to speak in both ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಕನ್ನಡ. ಕನ್ನಡ ಮಾತಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಪರವಾಗಿಲ್ಲ ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ.
It will be most welcome.
ಓಕೆ, ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ವೆರಿ ಮಚ್. ಅಕಸ್ಮಾತ್ ಕನ್ನಡ ಬರ್ದೇ ಇರೋರು ಯಾರಾದ್ರೂ ಇದ್ರೆ ಒಂಚೂರು ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ರೈಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್.
Kannada is the most welcome language in our district.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay. And I'd like to share a presentation.
Amit?
Yes, sir. Madbo.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Is it visible?
Yes, it's visible.
Okay, thank you. So stewardship ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಉಸ್ತುವಾರಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ದೇಣಿಗೆಗಳು, ರೋಟರಿ ಫೌಂಡೇಶನ್ಗೆ ಕೊಡುವಂತ ದೇಣಿಗೆಗಳು ಎಷ್ಟು ಪರಿಣಾಮಕಾರಿಯಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಖಚಿತಪಡಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು. ಟು ಎನ್ಶ್ಯೂರ್ ದಟ್ ಅವರ್ ಗಿಫ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಮೇಕ್ ಅನ್ ಇಂಪ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದಿ ಸ್ಟೀವರ್ಡ್ಶಿಪ್. The responsible management and oversight of something that we consider as worth caring. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಯಾವುದನ್ನ ಮೌಲ್ಯಯುತವಾದದ್ದು ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡು ಅದರ ಜವಾಬ್ದಾರಿಯುತ ನಿರ್ವಹಣೆ ಮತ್ತು ಮೇಲ್ವಿಚಾರಣೆ ಮಾಡೋದು, ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಸ್ಟೀವರ್ಡ್ಶಿಪ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಇದು ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಕ್ಲಿಷ್ಟ ಪದ ಆದ್ರೂ ಅದರ ಅರ್ಥ ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ ಸುಲಭವಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸ್ಟೀವರ್ಡ್ಶಿಪ್ a way of life at Rotary Foundation, because Rotary Foundation ಒಂದು ಸ್ಥಾನ ಪಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿರೋದು, ನಮ್ಮ ಗುಲಾಮ್ ಅವರು ಆಗ್ಲೇ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು, 12 ವರ್ಷ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗಿ ಚಾರಿಟಿ ನ್ಯಾವಿಗೇಟರ್ದು 4 ಸ್ಟಾರ್ ರೇಟಿಂಗ್ ತಗೊಂಡಿದೆ ಅಂತ. ದ ರೀಸನ್ ಇಸ್ ದಟ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಅ ವೇ ಆಫ್ ಲೈಫ್, ದಿ ಸ್ಟೀವರ್ಡ್ಶಿಪ್ ಅ ವೇ ಆಫ್ ಲೈಫ್ ಎಟ್ ರೋಟರಿ ಫೌಂಡೇಶನ್. ನಾವು ಹಣವನ್ನ ಸೂಕ್ತ ಮತ್ತು ಜವಾಬ್ದಾರಿಯುತ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಬಳಸ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಾದರೆ ಹಣ ಕೊಡುವಂತ ದಾನಿಗಳು ದೇಣಿಗೆಯನ್ನ ತಿರುಗಿ ನೀಡುವಂತಹ ಸಾಧ್ಯತೆಗಳು ಹೆಚ್ಚಾಗಿದೆ. ಅದೇ ತರ TRF ಮೇಲ್ವಿಚಾರಕರಾಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ನಮ್ಮ ಟ್ರಸ್ಟಿಗಳು, ಗುಲಾಮ್ ಅವರು, ರವೀಂದ್ರನ್ ಅವರು, ಆಲ್ ದ ಟ್ರಸ್ಟೀಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ರೋಟರಿ ಫೌಂಡೇಶನ್, ಅವರು ಈ ಕೊಡುಗೆಗಳನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಸೂಕ್ತವಾಗಿ ನಾವು ಬಳಸಿದೀವಿ ಅಂತ ನಮ್ಮ ದಾನಿಗಳಿಗೆ ಒಂದು ಮನವಿ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಟ್ಟು ಪ್ರದರ್ಶಿಸಬೇಕು. ಆಗ್ಲೇ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಫೌಂಡೇಶನ್ ಎಫೆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಆಗಿರೋದು. ನಮ್ಮ ಗ್ರಾಂಟ್ ಪ್ರಾಜೆಕ್ಟ್ಗಳು ಅದನ್ನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಜಿಲ್ಲೆಗಳು, ಕ್ಲಬ್ಗಳು ಹಾಗೂ ರೊಟೇರಿಯನ್ಗಳು ಇಂಟೆಗ್ರಿಟಿಯನ್ನ ಟ್ರಸ್ಟಿಗಳು ನಂಬಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ಅದರ ಬೇಸಿಸ್ ಮೇಲೆನೆ ಅವರು ಪಬ್ಲಿಕ್ಗೆ ದೇ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಬಿಲ್ಡ್ ದ ಟ್ರಸ್ಟ್ ಇನ್ ದ ರೋಟರಿ ಫೌಂಡೇಶನ್. ಹಣವನ್ನು ಯಾವ ಉದ್ದೇಶಕ್ಕೆ ನೀಡಲಾಗಿದೆ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ಈ ಇಂಟೆಗ್ರಿಟಿಯಿಂದಾನೇ ಜನರಿಗೆ ಖಾತ್ರಿಯಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಉಸ್ತುವಾರಿ ಯಾಕೆ ಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಸ್ಟೀವರ್ಡ್ಶಿಪ್ ಯಾಕೆ ಬೇಕು? ತಾವೆಲ್ಲ ಕೇಳಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಗ್ರಾಂಟ್ ರಿಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ, ವಾಪಸ್ ಬಂದಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ನಿಮ್ ಫರ್ದರ್ ಗ್ರಾಂಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ನಿಲ್ಲಿಸ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ ರೋಟರಿ ಫೌಂಡೇಶನ್. ಅದೇ ತರ ಯಾರೋ ಒಬ್ಬ ರೊಟೇರಿಯನ್ ಇರಬಹುದು, ಪ್ರೆಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಇರಬಹುದು, ಅಥವಾ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ಟ್ ಆಫೀಸರ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಒಂದು ಚಿಕ್ಕ ಮಿಸ್ಟೇಕ್ ಇಂದಾಗಿ ಎಂಟೈರ್ ಕ್ಲಬ್ ಅಥವಾ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ಟ್ಗೆ ಫೌಂಡೇಶನ್ ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟೀಸ್ ಟ್ರಬಲ್ ಬರ್ಬೋದು. ಈಗ ತಾನೇ ಗುಲಾಮ್ ಅವರು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು, ಮಿಸ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗಿದ್ರು ಬರಬಹುದು, ಅಥವಾ ಜೆನ್ಯೂನ್ ಮಿಸ್ಟೇಕ್ ಆಗಿದ್ರು ಬರಬಹುದು. ದೇರ್ ಆರ್ ಮೆನಿ ಕೇಸಸ್ ವೇರ್ ಏನೋ ಒಂದು ಅಡ್ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟ್ರೇಟಿವ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸ್ ತೆಗೆದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಬಸ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಅಂತ ಹಾಕ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಾರೆ, ಅದೊಂದರಿಂದ ಗ್ರಾಂಟ್ ರಿಪೋರ್ಟ್ ರಿಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಈ ತರದ್ದು ಆಗುವಂತ ಸಂದರ್ಭಗಳಿದೆ. ಈ ಮಿಸ್ಯೂಸ್ಗಳಾದಾಗಂತೂ ಸುಮಾರು ಸಲಿ ಆ ಹಣವನ್ನ ವಾಪಸ್ ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕಾದಂತ ಪರಿಸ್ಥಿತಿನೂ ಬಂದಿದೆ. ಕೆಲವು ಸಂದರ್ಭಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಆ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ಟಿನ ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಬ್ಬ ರೊಟೇರಿಯನ್ಗಳು ಆ ಹಣನ ಮೇಕಪ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಂತ ಸಂದರ್ಭಗಳು ಕೂಡ ಬಂದಿದೆ. ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಆದ್ರೇನೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಡೋನರ್ಗಳು, ದಾನಿಗಳ ಕಾನ್ಫಿಡೆನ್ಸ್ ನಮ್ಮ ಮೇಲೆ ಬಿಲ್ಡಪ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಆದ್ರಿಂದ ಈ ಉಸ್ತುವಾರಿ ಅಥವಾ ಸ್ಟೀವರ್ಡ್ಶಿಪ್ ಬಹಳ ಮುಖ್ಯವಾದದ್ದು. ರೋಟರಿ ಫೌಂಡೇಶನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಗ್ರಾಂಟ್ಗೆ ಏನ್ ಗ್ರಾಂಟ್ ಅಂತ ನೋಡಬಹುದು, ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು, ಗ್ರಾಂಟ್ ತಗೋಬಹುದು, ಅದನ್ನ ಕೆಲಸನೂ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. ಆದ್ರೆ ಕಡೆ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಅಥವಾ ಮಧ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಅಥವಾ ಬಿಗಿನಿಂಗ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲೋ ಒಂದು ಕಡೆ ಒಂದು ತಪ್ಪು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ, ನಾಟ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಯುವರ್ ಕ್ಲಬ್ ಆರ್ ಯುವರ್ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ಬಟ್ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಗೆಟ್ ಸ್ಟಾಲ್ಡ್. ಆದ್ರಿಂದ ಸ್ನೇಹಿತರೆ, ಇದು ಸ್ಟೀವರ್ಡ್ಶಿಪ್ ಈಸ್ ಅ ವೆರಿ ವೆರಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಥಿಂಗ್. ಗುಲಾಮ್ ಅವರು ಅದನ್ನ ಸಾಕಷ್ಟು ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಈಗ ಸ್ಟೀವರ್ಡ್ಶಿಪ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು ನೋಡೋಣ. ಸ್ಟೀವರ್ಡ್ಶಿಪ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇದು ಒಂದೇ ಒಂದು ಕೆಲಸ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ 3 ಭಾಗಗಳಿದೆ. ಒಂದು, ನಾವು ಕೊಡ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ದೇಣಿಗೆಗಳ ನಿರ್ವಹಣೆ, ಟು ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ ದಿ ಡೊನೇಷನ್ಸ್ ದಟ್ ವಿ ಗಿವ್ ಟು ದಿ ಫೌಂಡೇಶನ್. ನಮ್ಮ ಗ್ರಾಂಟ್ಗಳ ಒಂದು ಕ್ವಾಲಿಟಿನ ಕಾಪಾಡುವಂಥದ್ದು. ಅದರ ಎಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ನ ಎನ್ಶ್ಯೂರ್ ಮಾಡುವಂಥದ್ದು, ಖಚಿತಪಡಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಳುವಂಥದ್ದು, ಈ ಮೂರು ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮಗಳು ಉಸ್ತುವಾರಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಸೇರಿದೆ. ಮೊದಲನೇದು ನಮ್ಮ ದೇಣಿಗೆಗಳ ನಿರ್ವಹಣೆ. ದೇಣಿಗೆಗಳನ್ನ ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ಬಳಸಲಾಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ದಾನಿಗಳಿಗೆ ತೋರಿಸುವಂಥದ್ದು ನಮ್ಮ ಟ್ರಸ್ಟಿಗಳ ಮೇಲೆ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಜವಾಬ್ದಾರಿ. ಇದನ್ನ ಸರಿಯಾಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ತೋರಿಸ್ದಾಗ್ಲೇನೆ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಬಿಲ್ ಗೇಟ್ಸ್ ನಾವು ಪೋಲಿಯೋಗೆ ನಾವು ಒಂದು ಕೊಟ್ರೆ ನಾನು 2 ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅನ್ನೋ ಜೊತೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಮುಂದೆ ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅದೇ ತರ ಸಾಕಷ್ಟು ಡೊನೇಷನ್ಗಳು ರೋಟರಿ ಫೌಂಡೇಶನ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಇದು ಯಾತಕ್ಕೆ ದೇಣಿಗೆಗಳು ಸರಿಯಾಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ತೋರಿಸ್ತಿದಾಗ. ಇದಕ್ಕಾಗಿ TRF ಟ್ರಸ್ಟಿಗಳು ಜಿಲ್ಲೆಗಳ ಮೇಲೆ, ಕ್ಲಬ್ಗಳ ಮೇಲೆ, ರೊಟೇರಿಯನ್ಗಳ ಮೇಲೆ ಅವರ ಇಂಟೆಗ್ರಿಟಿ, ಸಮಗ್ರತೆಯನ್ನು ನಂಬಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ಆದ್ದರಿಂದ ನಮ್ಮ ದೇಣಿಗೆಗಳ ನಿರ್ವಹಣೆ ಒಂದು ಬಹಳ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಪರೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕಾದಂತ ಅಗತ್ಯ. ಎರಡನೇದು ನಮ್ಮ ಗ್ರಾಂಟ್ಗಳ ಗುಣಮಟ್ಟವನ್ನ ಕಾಪಾಡೋದು. ಅಂದರೆ ಮೊದಲನೇದು ದೊಡ್ಡ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಮೌಲ್ಯದ ದೊಡ್ಡ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಯೋಜನೆಗಳಾಗಬೇಕು, ಅದರಿಂದ ಸಮಾಜಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದು ಇಂಪ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕು. ಎರಡನೇದು ನಾವು ಮಾಡಿದಂತ ಗ್ರಾಂಟ್ಗಳು ಸಸ್ಟೈನಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಇರಬೇಕು, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸುಸ್ಥಿರತೆ. ನಾವು ಗ್ರಾಂಟ್ ನ ಮುಗಿಸಿ ರೋಟರಿ ಫಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಮುಗಿದ ನಂತರವೂ ಆ ಗ್ರಾಂಟ್ಗಳು ಅದರ ಕಾಲಿನ ಮೇಲೆ ದೀರ್ಘಕಾಲೀನ ಸಮುದಾಯದ ಸಮಸ್ಯೆಗಳೇನಿದೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಪರಿಹಾರಗಳನ್ನ ಒದಗಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು, ಅದನ್ನ ಸಸ್ಟೈನಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಅಂತ. ಇದು ಬಹಳ ಮುಖ್ಯವಾದದ್ದು ಒಂದಿದು ರೋಟರಿ ಫೌಂಡೇಶನ್ ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ಗ್ರಾಂಟ್. ಅದರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಎಂಡ್ಯೂರಿಂಗ್ ದಿ ಇಂಪ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್, ಅಂದರೆ ಈ ಗ್ರಾಂಟ್ ಮುಗಿದ ಮೇಲೂ ಸದಸ್ಯರು ಗ್ರಾಂಟ್ ಸೊಸೈಟಿನಲ್ಲಿರುವಂಥವ್ರು ತಮ್ಮ ಯೋಜನೆಯನ್ನ ಮುಂದುವರಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ತಾರೆ. ಇದಾಗಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಗ್ರಾಂಟ್ ಗುಣಮಟ್ಟವನ್ನು ಖಚಿತಪಡಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಹಣಕಾಸು ದಾಖಲೆಗಳ ವಿಮರ್ಶೆ ಆಗಬೇಕು, ಆ ನಿಧಿಗಳ ಮೇಲ್ವಿಚಾರಣೆ ಆಗಬೇಕು, ರಿಪೋರ್ಟ್ಗಳನ್ನ ಸಕಾಲಿಕವಾಗಿ ಸಬ್ಮಿಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಹಾಗೂ ರೊಟೇರಿಯನ್ಗಳಿಂದ ಮೇಲ್ವಿಚಾರಣೆ. ಇದು ಬಹಳ ಮುಖ್ಯವಾದಂಥದ್ದು. ನಾವು ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಬ್ಬ ರೊಟೇರಿಯನ್ಗಳಿಂದನೂ ಮೇಲ್ವಿಚಾರಣೆ, ಅದರೊಳಗೂ ಗ್ರಾಂಟ್ ಕಾಂಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ಗಳಿರ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ ಅವರಿಂದ ಒಂದು ಮೇಲ್ವಿಚಾರಣೆ, ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಯಾವುದೇ ಅಕ್ರಮಗಳನ್ನ ವರದಿ ಮಾಡುವುದು, ರಿಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡುವಂಥದ್ದು. ಇದು ಬರೀ ಗ್ರಾಂಟ್ ಆಫೀಸರ್ಸ್ ಆಗ್ಲಿ, ಪ್ರೆಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಆಗ್ಲಿ, DRFC ಆಗ್ಲಿ, ಗವರ್ನರ್ ಆಗ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡೋದಲ್ಲ. ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಬ್ಬನು, ಅವ್ರು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು ನೋಡಿ ಗುಲಾಮ್ ಅವರು ವಿಸಿಲ್ ಬ್ಲೋವರ್ ಅಂತ, ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಬ್ಬನು ಇದು ಎಲ್ಲೇ ಅಕ್ರಮಗಳು ಕಂಡ್ರು ಅದನ್ನ ತಕ್ಷಣ ವರದಿ ಮಾಡುವಂಥದ್ದು ಬಹಳ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ಇದರಿಂದಾಗಿಯೇನೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಫೌಂಡೇಶನ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಜನಗಳಿಗೆ ಕಾನ್ಫಿಡೆನ್ಸ್. ಮೂರನೇ ಭಾಗ ಸಸ್ಟೈನಬಿಲಿಟಿ, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸುಸ್ಥಿರತೆ. ಎಷ್ಟೋ ಸಲಿ ಪ್ರಾಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತೀವಿ, ಮಾಡಿ 2-3 ವರ್ಷಗಳ ನಂತರ ವಾಪಸ್ ಹೋದ್ರೆ ನೀರಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಆ ಶೌಚಾಲಯನೇ ಮುಚ್ಚಿಬಿಟ್ಟು ಬಿಟ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ವಾಟರ್ ಫಿಲ್ಟರ್ ನ ಡಸ್ಟ್ ಬಿನ್ ಆಗಿ ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡಿರ್ತಾರೆ ಸತಿ, ಸ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ವಾಟರ್ ಫಿಲ್ಟರ್ ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಆಗಿರೋದು ಕಂಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಆಂಬ್ಯುಲೆನ್ಸ್ಗಳನ್ನ ಸ್ಕೂಲ್ಗಳಿಗೆ ಮಕ್ಕಳನ್ನ ಡ್ರಾಪ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ಅಥವಾ ಪ್ರೈವೇಟ್ ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸುವಂತ ಸಂದರ್ಭಗಳಿವೆ. ಅಥವಾ ಖಾಸಗಿ ಆಸ್ಪತ್ರೆಗಳಿಗೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟ ಎಕ್ವಿಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ನ ಅವರು ಕಮರ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡುವಂಥದ್ದು. ಅದರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಕೆಲವು ಜೆನ್ಯೂನ್ ರೀಸನ್ಸ್, ಈಗ ಲರ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ಸ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಕಷ್ಟು ಟ್ರೈನಿಂಗ್ ಅಥವಾ ತರಬೇತಿ ಕೊರತೆ ಇದ್ರೆ ಅದರಿಂದಾಗಿ ಬಳಸದೆ, ಅಥವಾ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಸಿಟಿ ತೊಂದರೆ ಇದ್ರೆ ಅದರಿಂದಾಗಿ ಬಳಸದೆ ಒಂದು ಪಕ್ಕಕ್ಕೆ. ಈ ತರ ಪ್ರಾಜೆಕ್ಟ್ಗಳನ್ನ ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ನಾವು ಕೊಟ್ಟುಬಿಟ್ಟು ಅದರಿಂದ ಏನು ಉಪಯೋಗ ಆಗದೆ ಇದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಸಸ್ಟೈನಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಆದ್ದರಿಂದ ನಮ್ಮ ಜವಾಬ್ದಾರಿ, ನಾವು ಕೊಟ್ಟಂತ ಪ್ರಾಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಸುಮಾರು ವರ್ಷಗಳು ಅದರಿಂದ ಒಂದು ಎಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ನಮ್ಮ ಸೊಸೈಟಿಯ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಗಳಿಗೆ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇರಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋದು, ಇದು ಸಸ್ಟೈನಬಿಲಿಟಿ. ಸೊ ಈ 3 ಆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ಗಳು ನಮ್ಮ ಸ್ಟೀವರ್ಡ್ಶಿಪ್ನ ಬಹಳ ಮುಖ್ಯ ಅಂಶಗಳು. ನೋಡಿ, ಆಗ್ಲೇ ಇವರು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು, ನಮ್ಮ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ನಾರಾಯಣ ಅವರು ತೋರಿಸಿದ್ರು ನಮ್ಮ ಗ್ರಾಂಟಿನ ಸೈಜ್ಗಳು ಹೇಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ. ನಾನು ಅದನ್ನ ಲಿಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೆ. ನಾವು ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಸುಮಾರು 2005ರಿಂದ ಸುಮಾರು 2013 ತನಕ ಗ್ರಾಂಟ್ ಸೈಜ್ಗಳೆಲ್ಲ $15,000, $20,000 ಆ ತರ ಇದೆ ಆವರೇಜ್ ಸೈಜ್. ಅದೇ ನಾವಿಲ್ಲಿ 14ರಿಂದ ಫ್ಯೂಚರ್ ವಿಷನ್ ಬಂತು, ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಇದು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ಟ್ ಫಿಗರ್ಸ್ ನ ತಗೊಂಡಿರೋದು 3182. ಸಡನ್ ಆಗಿ ನೋಡಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಆವರೇಜ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸುಮಾರು $45,000 ಇತ್ತು. ಹೋದ ವರ್ಷ ಅಂತೂ ಅದು 2019ರಲ್ಲಿ 50 ದಾಟಿದೆ. ಈ ತರ ಅಧಿಕ ಪ್ರಮಾಣದ ಪ್ರಾಜೆಕ್ಟ್ಗಳಾಗ್ತಾ ಇರುವಾಗ, ಯೋಜನೆಗಳು ದೊಡ್ಡದಾಗ್ತಾ ಇರುವಾಗ ಉಸ್ತುವಾರಿಯ ಸ್ಟೀವರ್ಡ್ಶಿಪ್ಪಿನ ಅಗತ್ಯ ಹೆಚ್ಚಾಗಬೇಕು. ಯಾಕೆಂದ್ರೆ ಹಣ ಸಾಕಷ್ಟು ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ, ಅದರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ನಮ್ಮ ದಾನಿಗಳ ಹತ್ತಿರ ನಾವು ಅದನ್ನ ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ಜಸ್ಟಿಫೈ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅದಿದ್ದರೇನೆ ಮುಂದಕ್ಕೆ ಪ್ರಾಜೆಕ್ಟ್ಗಳಿಗೆ ಹಣ ಬರುವಂತದ್ದು. ಆದ್ದರಿಂದ ಯೋಜನೆಗಳು ದೊಡ್ಡದಾಗುತ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾಗೆ ಉಸ್ತುವಾರಿ ಅಗತ್ಯ ಹೆಚ್ಚಾಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಈಗ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು? ಗುಡ್ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ಸ್ಟೀವರ್ಡ್ಶಿಪ್. ಮೊದಲನೇದಾಗಿ ಈಗ ಕಂಪಲ್ಸರಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಕಮ್ಯುನಿಟಿ ನೀಡ್ಸ್ ಅಸೆಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸಮುದಾಯದ, ನಮ್ಮ ಸಮಾಜದ ಅಗತ್ಯಗಳ ಒಂದು ಮಾಪನ ಮಾಡುವಂಥದ್ದು. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದು ಫಾರಂ ಇದೆ, ಅದು ಫಿಲ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಸಬ್ಮಿಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೇನೆ ಈಗ ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ ಗ್ಲೋಬಲ್ ಗ್ರಾಂಟ್ ಅಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್ಗಳು ಮುಂದಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗುವಂಥದ್ದು. ಎರಡನೇದು ಫೈನಾನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಪ್ಲಾನ್, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಹಣಕಾಸನ್ನು ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ನಿರ್ವಹಣೆ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಒಂದು ಯೋಜನೆ ಸಬ್ಮಿಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಗ್ರಾಂಟ್ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಟ್ರೈನಿಂಗ್ ಇವತ್ತು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೀವಲ್ಲ, ಈ ಟ್ರೈನಿಂಗ್ ಒಂದು ಅತ್ಯಗತ್ಯವಾದಂತಹದ್ದು. ಪಾರದರ್ಶಕತೆ, ಕೋರ್ಸ್ ನಮ್ಮ ಫೌಂಡೇಶನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಹೈಲೈಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಟ್. ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಪರೆನ್ಸಿ ಇಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ಜೊತೆನಲ್ಲಿ ಫ್ಲಾಲೆಸ್ ರೆಕಾರ್ಡ್ಸ್, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸರಿಯಾದಂತಹ ದಾಖಲೆಗಳನ್ನ ನಾವು ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳುವಂಥದ್ದು, ಪೇಪರ್ ವರ್ಕ್. ಅಂಡ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಥಿಂಗ್, ಸೇಫ್ ಗಾರ್ಡ್ ಅಗೇನ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಮಿಸ್ಯೂಸ್, ದುರುಪಯೋಗದ ವಿರುದ್ಧ ರಕ್ಷಣೆ. ಪ್ರತಿ ವಿಧದಲ್ಲಿಯೂ ಎಲ್ಲೇ ನಾವು ನಮ್ಮ ರೋಟರಿ ಫೌಂಡೇಶನ್ ಹಣ, ಇದು ಸಾಕಷ್ಟು ಜನರು ನಂಬಿಕೆಯಿಂದ ನಮಗೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಹಣ ಇದು ಫೌಂಡೇಶನ್ಗೆ, ಇದನ್ನ ಸೇಫ್ ಗಾರ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡುವಂತದ್ದು ಬಹಳ ಮುಖ್ಯವಾದದ್ದು. ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ಕ್ಲಬ್, ಯಾವ ಕ್ಲಬ್ ಫೌಂಡೇಶನ್ ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟೀಸ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಸಿಪೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಗ್ಲೋಬಲ್ ಗ್ರಾಂಟ್ ಇರಬಹುದು, ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ಟ್ ಗ್ರಾಂಟ್ ಇರಬಹುದು, ಡಿಸಾಸ್ಟರ್ ಗ್ರಾಂಟ್ ಇರಬಹುದು, ಅಥವಾ ಬೇರೆ ಯಾವುದೇ ಫೌಂಡೇಶನ್ ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟಿ ಇರಬಹುದು, ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಸಿಪೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಕ್ಲಬ್ ಕ್ವಾಲಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್ MOU ಅಂತ ಅದನ್ನ ತಗೊಂಡು ಓದಿ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಸಿಗ್ನೇಚರ್ ಹಾಕಿ ಗವರ್ನರ್ ಸಬ್ಮಿಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಕ್ವಾಲಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್ ಬರೋದು. ಪ್ರತಿ ಒಂದು ವರ್ಷಕ್ಕೂ ಇದು ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ಕ್ಲಬ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಐ ಹೋಪ್ ದಟ್ ದಿಸ್ ಇಯರ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ DG Rajaram and DRFC Dr. Narayana, I'm sure they would be doing this, ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಇದು ಕ್ಲಬ್ ಕ್ವಾಲಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್ MOU, ಇದರ ಸಿಗ್ನೇಚರ್ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ಇದು ಕೇವಲ ಒಂದು 4 ಪೇಜಿನ ಡಾಕ್ಯುಮೆಂಟ್. ಇದನ್ನ ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ನೋಡಿದರೆ ನನ್ನ ಅಭಿಪ್ರಾಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಫೌಂಡೇಶನ್ ವಿಚಾರದಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ಮಿಸ್ಟೇಕ್ ಆಗ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಸ್ನೇಹಿತರೆ, ನೀವು ಯಾರು ಫೌಂಡೇಶನ್ ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟೀಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಸಿಪೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರೋ ಅವರು ಈ ಒಂದು 4 ಪೇಜ್, ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ನಲ್ಲಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಏನ್ ಕಷ್ಟವಾಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಇದನ್ನ ತೋರಿಸ್ತೀನಿ. ಕ್ಲಬ್ ಕ್ವಾಲಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್ ಮೆಮೊರಾಂಡಮ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಅಂತ, ಇದು ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಆಗಿ 4 ಪೇಜ್ ಇರೋದು. ಇದ್ರೊಳಗೆ ಏನೇನ್ ಬರ್ತದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕ್ಲಬ್ ಕ್ವಾಲಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು, ಯಾವ ತರ ಇದು ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. ಎರಡನೇದು ಕ್ಲಬ್ ಆಫೀಸರ್ ರೆಸ್ಪಾನ್ಸಿಬಿಲಿಟೀಸ್. ಕ್ಲಬ್ ಆಫೀಸರ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕ್ಲಬ್ ಪ್ರೆಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಇರಬಹುದು, ಅಥವಾ ಕ್ಲಬ್ಬಿನ ಫೌಂಡೇಶನ್ ಟೀಮ್ ಇರಬಹುದು, ಕ್ಲಬ್ ಸೆಕ್ರೆಟರಿ ಇರಬಹುದು, ಅವರ ಜವಾಬ್ದಾರಿಗಳೇನು. ಫೈನಾನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಪ್ಲಾನ್, ನಾವು ಹಣ ನಿರ್ವಹಣೆ ಯಾವ ತರ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅನ್ನೋದು. ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ರಿಕ್ವೈರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್, ಈ ಪ್ರಾಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಸಂಬಂಧಪಟ್ಟಿದ್ದ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ಗಳು ಯಾವ ತರ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಗ್ರಾಂಟ್ ಫಂಡ್ಸ್ ಯಾವ ತರದಲ್ಲಿ ಉಪಯೋಗ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಯಾವ ತರದಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡಬಾರದು, ಅದರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಡಾಕ್ಯುಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಯಾವ ತರ ಇಟ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಜೊತೆಗೆ ರಿಪೋರ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಮಿಸ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಗ್ರಾಂಟ್ ಫಂಡ್ಸ್. ಇದಿಷ್ಟನ್ನು ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ ನೋಡಿ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಒಂದೊಂದು ಪ್ಯಾರಾಗ್ರಾಫ್ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು. ಇದು 4 ಪೇಜ್ ಇದೆ. ಐ ವುಡ್ ಸಜೆಸ್ಟ್ ಇದನ್ನ ನೀವು ಸೈನ್ ಹಾಕಿ ಕೊಡ್ತೀರಿ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ಲಬ್ ಪ್ರೆಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ನೋಡಿ, ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಅವ್ರ ಸಿಗ್ನೇಚರ್ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತಿದೆ, ಅವ್ರು ಸೈನ್ ಹಾಕಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ಆದರೆ ಮೈ ಸಜೆಷನ್ ಇಸ್ ದೀಸ್ 4 pages ಗ್ರಾಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ವಾಲ್ವ್ ಆಗಿರುವಂತ ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಬ್ಬ ರೊಟೇರಿಯನ್ಗೂ ಇದರದ್ದು ಒಂದು ಕಾಪಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಅವರು ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಓದೋ ಹಾಗೆ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ನನ್ನ ಅಭಿಪ್ರಾಯ. ಇದು ಕ್ಲಬ್ ಆಫೀಸರ್ಸ್ ಜವಾಬ್ದಾರಿಗಳು. ಇದರೊಳಗೆ ಇರುವಂತಹ ಜವಾಬ್ದಾರಿಗಳನ್ನ ನಾವು ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ನಿರ್ವಹಿಸಿದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಗ್ಲೋಬಲ್ ಗ್ರಾಂಟ್ ಫೌಂಡೇಶನ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಟೀವರ್ಡ್ಶಿಪ್ ರಿಕ್ವೈರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಏನೇನಿದೆ ಅಷ್ಟು ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಮೀಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ನನ್ನ ಅಭಿಪ್ರಾಯ. ಇದರೊಳಗೆ ಕೆಲವು ಕೊಡುವಂತ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ಸ್, ಒಂದು ಫೈನಾನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಪ್ಲಾನ್. ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಯಾವ ತರ ಇರಬೇಕು, ಸಪರೇಟ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಫಾರ್ ಈಚ್ ಗ್ರಾಂಟ್, ಪೇಮೆಂಟ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದಿಸ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್, ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ನೇಮ್ ಮಸ್ಟ್ ಬಿ ಐಡೆಂಟಿಫೈಯಬಲ್, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕ್ಲಬ್ ಹೆಸರು ಅಥವಾ ಪ್ರಾಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಹೆಸರು ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಹಾಗೆ ಈ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ನಿಂದಾನೇ ಫಂಡ್ಸ್ ನ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು, ಚೆಕ್ಸ್ ಮುಖಾಂತರನೇ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು. ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸಾಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಪರ್ಮಿಟ್ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ ರೋಟರಿ ಫೌಂಡೇಶನ್. ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಡೀಟೇಲ್ಡ್ ಲೆಡ್ಜರ್ ಮೇಂಟೈನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಅದೇ ರೀತಿಯೊಳಗೆ ರೆಗ್ಯುಲರ್ ರಿಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಸಬ್ಮಿಟ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು. ಈಗಾಗಲೇ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಬೇಕು ಸುಮಾರು ಜನಕ್ಕೆ ನಿಮಗೆ, ರೆಗ್ಯುಲರ್ ರಿಪೋರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಎವ್ರಿ ಹಾಫ್ ಇಯರ್ ಸಬ್ಮಿಟ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು. ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಪ್ರಾಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಆದ ನಂತರ 2 ತಿಂಗಳೊಳಗಡೆ ಫೈನಲ್ ರಿಪೋರ್ಟ್, ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ ಸಬ್ಮಿಟ್ ಆಗುವಂಥದ್ದು, ಸಬ್ಮಿಟ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಡಾಕ್ಯುಮೆಂಟ್ಗಳು, ಬಿಲ್ಗಳಿರಬಹುದು, ಕೊಟೇಶನ್ಗಳಿರಬಹುದು, ಅಥವಾ ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ ಕಮಿಟಿ ಮಾಡಿ ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ ನ ಆಥರೈಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಇಟ್ಕೋಬೇಕು, ಅದರ ಮೀಟಿಂಗ್ ಮಿನಿಟ್ಸ್ ಇರಬಹುದು. ಇವುಗಳಷ್ಟನ್ನು ನಾವು ಒಂದು ಫೈಲ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅದರೊಳಗಡೆ ಎಲ್ಲವನ್ನು ಪೇಪರ್ಸ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಫೈಲ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಕನಿಷ್ಠ 8 ವರ್ಷಗಳು ಇದನ್ನ ಮೇಂಟೈನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಒನ್ ಗುಡ್ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್, ಇದ್ರದ್ದು ಬೇಕಿದ್ರೆ ಒರಿಜಿನಲ್ಸ್ ನ ಡೆಲ್ಲಿ ಆಫೀಸ್ಗೆ ಸಬ್ಮಿಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಫೋಟೋ ಕಾಪಿಗಳು ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಅದು ನಡೆಯುತ್ತೆ. ಕಾನ್ಫ್ಲಿಕ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್, ಇದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಗುಲಾಮ್ ಅವರು ಮಾತಾಡಿದ್ರು. ನಾವಿಷ್ಟೆಲ್ಲ ಹಣ ತಗೋತೀವಿ ದಾನಿಗಳಿಂದ, ಅದನ್ನ ಸಮಾಜ ಸೇವೆಗೆ ಅಂತ ತಗೋತೀವಿ, ಆದರೆ ಅದು ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ವೆಸ್ಟೆಡ್ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಗೆ ಹೋಗದೆ ಇರೋ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳುವಂಥದ್ದು. ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದಿ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಕಾನ್ಫ್ಲಿಕ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್. ಗ್ರಾಂಟ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಸ್ವಾರ್ಥಕ್ಕೆ ಅನುಕೂಲವಾಗುವಂತಹ ಅಥವಾ ಪ್ರಭಾವ ಬೀರುವಂತಹ ಸ್ಥಿತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾರಾದರೂ ಇದ್ದರೆ, ಆ ಗ್ರಾಂಟ್ಗೆ ಬೆನಿಫಿಷಿಯರಿಗೆ ಸಂಬಂಧಪಟ್ಟಂತ ಕುಟುಂಬದ ಸದಸ್ಯರಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಅಥವಾ ವ್ಯಾಪಾರದಲ್ಲಿ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ನರ್ ಇರಬಹುದು, ಅಥವಾ ಆ ಕುಟುಂಬದ ಸದಸ್ಯರು ಅಥವಾ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ನರ್ಗಳ ಅವರಲ್ಲಿ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಅವರ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿ ಅವರು ಇರಬಹುದು, ಅಥವಾ ಟ್ರಸ್ಟಿ, ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಅಥವಾ ಆಫೀಸರ್ ಆಗಿರಬಹುದು. ಇವ್ರುಗಳು ಯಾರಾದ್ರೂ ಇದ್ದರೆ ಗ್ರಾಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಬಾರದು ಅಂತಲ್ಲ, ಆದರೆ ಇದನ್ನ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಗ್ರಾಂಟ್ ಅಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಆಗಿ ರೋಟರಿ ಫೌಂಡೇಶನ್ಗೆ ತಿಳಿಸಿರಬೇಕು. ತಿಳಿಸಿದ್ದು ಅವರ ರೋಲ್ ಏನು, ಅದರೊಳಗಡೆ ಅವರ ಪ್ರಭಾವ ಯಾವ ತರ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ಅವರು ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಅದನ್ನ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಆಗಿ ಹಾಕಿರ್ಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತೆ. ಇದು ಹಾಕಿದ ಮಾತ್ರಕ್ಕೆ ಗ್ರಾಂಟ್ ರೆಫ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೋಬೇಡಿ, ಆದರೆ ಇದನ್ನ ಡಿಕ್ಲೇರ್ ಮಾಡುವಂತದ್ದು ಬೇಸಿಕ್ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್. ಇದು ಮಾಡದೇ ಇದ್ರೆ ನಾಳೆ ದಿನ ಯುವರ್ ಗ್ರಾಂಟ್ ಮೇ ಗೆಟ್ ಇಂಟು. ಜೊತೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಫಾರ್ ಅ ಗುಡ್ ಸ್ಟೀವರ್ಡ್ಶಿಪ್, ರೋಟರಿ ಫೌಂಡೇಶನ್ ಯಾವುದೇ ಸಮಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ವಿಮರ್ಶೆಯನ್ನ ನಡೆಸಬಹುದು. ಅಕೌಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅಥವಾ ಪ್ರಾಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅನುದಾನ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಆಡಿಟ್ ನಡೆಸಬಹುದು, ಅಥವಾ ಅಡಿಷನಲ್ ಡಾಕ್ಯುಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್, ಹೆಚ್ಚುವರಿ ದಾಖಲಾತಿಗಳನ್ನ ಕೇಳಬಹುದು. ಇದು ಯಾವುದು ಆಗದೆ ಇದ್ದ ಕೆಲವು ಸರ್ತಿ ಎಂಟೈರ್ ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟಿ ಅಥವಾ ಎಲ್ಲ ಪೇಮೆಂಟ್ಗಳನ್ನೇ ಅದು ಅಮಾನತ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಡ್ಬೋದು. ಆದ್ದರಿಂದ ಇವುಗಳನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ವಿಧದಲ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಯಾವ ತರ ತೊಂದರೆನೂ ಬರುವುದಿಲ್ಲ. ಕೆಲವು ಈ ಆಡಿಟ್ಗಳು ಅದಾದಾಗ ಬಂದಿರತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಕೆಲವು ಫೈಂಡಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಗಳನ್ನ ಐಡ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಟು ಪುಟ್ ಇನ್ ಫ್ರಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಯು. Reports never submitted, the project will hang, nothing will happen. Ineligible expenses charged to project, travel expenses, so personal expenses, so whatever it is. Incomplete documentation of financial transactions. Donated materials ಮೇಲೆ ರೋಟರಿ ಐಡೆಂಟಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್ ಇರಬೇಕು, ಅದು ಮಿಸ್ ಆಗಬಾರ್ದು. ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸಾಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ withdrawals is not permitted, so everything will have to be through check, and the bank statements are very important. Project scope, ಈಗ ನಾವು ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಪೀಡಿಯಾಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಹಾರ್ಟ್ ಸರ್ಜರಿಗೆ ಅಂತ ಅಪ್ರೂವಲ್ ತಗೊಂಡಿರ್ತೀವಿ. ಅದ್ರೊಳಗಡೆ ಯಾರೋ ಬರ್ತಾರೋ, ತುಂಬಾ ಬಡವರು ಇರ್ತಾರೆ, ಒಂದು 25 ವರ್ಷದ ಹುಡುಗನೋ 30 ವರ್ಷದ ಮನುಷ್ಯನೋ, ಅವರಿಗೆ ಹಾರ್ಟ್ ಸರ್ಜರಿ ಅತ್ಯಗತ್ಯ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಅದ್ರೊಳಗೆ ಒಂದು 3 ಜನಕ್ಕೆ ಹಾರ್ಟ್ ಸರ್ಜರಿ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತೀವಿ. ಅಗತ್ಯ ಇದ್ರೂ ಇದನ್ನ ಫೌಂಡೇಶನ್ ಅವರು ಒಪ್ಪಲ್ಲ. ಯಾಕೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸ್ಕೋಪ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಪ್ರಾಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಪೀಡಿಯಾಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಅಂತ ಇದೆ, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಚಿಕ್ಕ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ಮಾಡುವಂಥದ್ದು. ಅದನ್ನ ಬೇರೆಯವರಿಗೆ ನಾವು ಅಗತ್ಯ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ TRF ಅಪ್ರೂವಲ್ ತಗೊಂಡು ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು. ಹಾಗೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ ಬಿಕಮ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ರೆಗ್ಯುಲರ್. ಬೆನಿಫಿಷಿಯರಿಗಳಿಗೆ ಹಣ ಕೊಡೋದು ಅಥವಾ ತೆಗೆದುಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು, ಈ ಎರಡು ದೇ ಆರ್ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ಡ್ ವೆರಿ ಸೀರಿಯಸ್ ಅಫೆನ್ಸಸ್. ಸೊ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಬಿ ವೆರಿ ಕೇರ್ಫುಲ್ ವಿತ್ ದಿಸ್. ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್, ನಮ್ಮ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹಣ ಬಂದಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಸುಮಾರು ದಿನ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಅದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಬಡ್ಡಿ ಬರಬಹುದು. ಆ ಹಣನ ಇಲ್ಲ ಫೌಂಡೇಶನ್ ರಿಟರ್ನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಇದ್ರೆ ಅವರ ಪರ್ಮಿಷನ್ ತಗೊಂಡು ಬೇರೆ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸಬಹುದು. ಐಟಮ್ಸ್ ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಬಡ್ಜೆಟೆಡ್, ಎಕ್ಸೀಡೆಡ್ ದ ಬಡ್ಜೆಟ್, ಪೋಸ್ಟ್ ಕಾಂಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಷನ್, ಇದು ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ಕಾಂಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಬೆನಿಫಿಷಿಯರಿಯಿಂದ ತೆಗೆದುಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಅ ವೆರಿ ಸೀರಿಯಸ್ ಅಫೆನ್ಸ್. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಕಡೆ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಅನ್ಸ್ಪೆಂಟ್ ಫಂಡ್ಸ್ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಇದ್ರೆ ಫೌಂಡೇಶನ್ ಅದು ಫೌಂಡೇಶನ್ ವಾಪಸ್ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು. ಅಥವಾ ಅಗತ್ಯ ಇದ್ದಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಅಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ sometimes they also give permission to spend the same. ಸೊ ಜಿಲ್ಲೆಯ ಮೇಲೂ ಕೆಲವು ಜವಾಬ್ದಾರಿಗಳಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಉತ್ತಮವಾದಂತಹ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಟೀವರ್ಡ್ಶಿಪ್ ಮೆಥಡ್ಸ್ ನ ಫಾಲೋ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗಿ 3 ಸೆಮಿ ಆನ್ಯುಯಲ್ ಪೀರಿಯಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ 70% ಗಿಂತ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಕಾಂಪ್ಲೈಯನ್ಸ್ ಅನುಸರಣೆ ಇದ್ದರೆ ಆ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ಟ್ ನೇ ಸಸ್ಪೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತಾರೆ ರೋಟರಿ ಫೌಂಡೇಶನ್ ಇಂದ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಆ ಸಸ್ಪೆನ್ಷನ್ ಅಮಾನತು ತೆಗೆದು ಹಾಕಕ್ಕೆ ವಾಪಸ್ಸು 90% ಕಾಂಪ್ಲೈಯನ್ಸ್ ತನಕ ಹೋಗ್ತಾರೆ. ಇದನ್ನ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ಟ್ ಜವಾಬ್ದಾರಿ. ಇದು ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ಟ್ ಇಂದಾನೇ ಆಗಬಹುದು ಅಥವಾ ಒಂದು ಕ್ಲಬ್ಬಿನ ಇರೆಸ್ಪಾನ್ಸಿಬಲ್ ಆಕ್ಷನ್ ಇಂದ ಕೂಡ ಆಗಬಹುದು. ಅದರಿಂದ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಇದನ್ನ ಗಮನಿಸಬೇಕು. ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್, ಟು ಸಮ್ ಅಪ್, ಒಳ್ಳೆಯ ಸ್ಟೀವರ್ಡ್ಶಿಪ್ ಬಹಳ ಮುಖ್ಯವಾದಂತದ್ದು. ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜಿಂಗ್ ಯುವರ್ TRF ಡೊನೇಷನ್ಸ್, assuring grant quality, ensuring sustainability and impact. All these determine that Charity Navigator ಅವರಿಂದ ಮುಂದುವರಿದ 4-star ರೇಟಿಂಗ್ ಹಾಗೂ ವಿಶ್ವದ ಆದ್ಯತೆಯ ದತ್ತಿಯಾಗಿ TRF ಮುಂದುವರಿಯಲು ಸಾಧ್ಯವಾಗುವಂತದ್ದು. ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ a lot of discipline is required from our end. The pain of discipline is far less than the pain of regret. Thank you, and thank you for getting me here, and over to Dr. Narayana.
ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಅನಂತ್. ಇದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳೋಕ್ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಸ್ಪಷ್ಟವಾಗಿ ನನಗೆ ಇದು ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ಅನಂತ್ ಏನ್ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು ಸತ್ಯ, ನಿಜ, ಅದ್ರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ನೇರವಾದ ನುಡಿಗಳು ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೀರಿ. ಬಹಳ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆ. ನಮ್ಮ ಕ್ಲಬ್ ಲೀಡರ್ಸಿಗೆ ನಾನು ಒಂದೇ ಒಂದು ಕ್ಲಾರಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್ ಕೊಡೋದು, ಅನಂತ್ MOU ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು. MOUಗಳ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಅನ್ನ ನಿಮಗೆ ಕಳಿಸ್ಕೊಡೋ ಇದ್ದೇವೆ ಸದ್ಯದಲ್ಲೇ. ನೀವೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಸೈನ್ ಹಾಕಿ ವಾಪಸ್ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಅಸಿಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಗವರ್ನರ್ ಮೂಲಕ ಕಳಿಸ್ಬೇಕು. ನಿಮ್ಮ MOU ಬರದೇ ಹೋದ್ರೆ ಇಡೀ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ಟ್ ಗೆ ತೊಂದರೆ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಅಟ್ ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ 75% ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಕ್ಲಬ್ಸ್ ಶುಡ್ ಸೈನ್ ದಿ MOU. ಅವಾಗ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ಟ್ ಗೆ ಎಲಿಜಿಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಸ್ಟೀವರ್ಡ್ಶಿಪ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಹೇಳೋದಕ್ಕೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಒಂದೇ ಮಾತಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳೋದಾದ್ರೆ, ಈ ರೋಟರಿ ಫೌಂಡೇಶನ್ ಹಣ ಯಾರದ್ದೋ ಹಣ ನಾವು ಹೇಗ್ ಬೇಕಾಗಿ ಖರ್ಚು ಮಾಡೋದು, ನಮ್ದೇ ಹಣ ನಾವು ಖರ್ಚು ಮಾಡೋದು. ಸೊ ನಿಮ್ ಜವಾಬ್ದಾರಿ ಇನ್ನೂ ನಿಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ, ನಾವು ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಫಾರ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್. ಯಾರಾದ್ರೂ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಕೇಳೋದಿದ್ರೆ ಕೈ ಎತ್ತಬಹುದು, ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ಅನ್ಮ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ. ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಅನ್ನು ಕೊಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ, ಕ್ಲಾರಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್ ಕೊಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನಿದ್ದೇನೆ, ಅನಂತ್ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ಜೊತೆಗೆ ರೋಟರಿ ಫೌಂಡೇಶನ್ ಗ್ರಾಂಟ್ ಕೋಆರ್ಡಿನೇಟರ್ಸ್ ಇಬ್ಬರು ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಎನಿ ಕ್ಲಾರಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್, ಎನಿ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್, ಪ್ಲೀಸ್, ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಯುವರ್ ಟೈಮ್ ನಾವು. ಯಾರಾದ್ರೂ ಇದ್ರೆ ಕೈ ಎತ್ತಿ, ಕೂಡಲೇ ಅಮಿತ್ ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ಅನ್ಮ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ. ಅಥವಾ ಅಮಿತ್ ಎಲ್ಲವನ್ನ ಅನ್ಮ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಒಂದ್ಸತಿ. ಎಲ್ಲವನ್ನ ಅನ್ಮ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಕೇಳೋದಿದ್ರೆ ಕೇಳಿ.
ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೇನೆ, ಅನ್ಮ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೇನೆ.
ಆಯ್ತು. ಎಸ್, ಐಡೆಂಟಿಫೈ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಯಾರು ಅಂತ. ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್.
ಗುಡ್ ಈವ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಸರ್. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಪ್ರಸನ್ನ, AG Zone 6 ಸರ್, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಇಯರ್ ಗೆ.
ಎಸ್, ಕೇಳಿ ಪ್ರಸನ್ನ ಅವರೇ.
ಸರ್, ಏನಿಲ್ಲ, ಈಗ ಗ್ಲೋಬಲ್ ಗ್ರಾಂಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ನಮ್ದು ಇಡೀ ಝೋನ್ 7 ಕ್ಲಬ್ ಸೇರಿ ಒಂದು ಗ್ರಾಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದಾ ಸರ್? ಈಗ
ಐ ಆಮ್ ಆಸ್ಕಿಂಗ್ ದಿಸ್, ಐ ಆಮ್ ಪಾಸಿಂಗ್ ದಿಸ್ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ ಟು Sumit. The question is, he wants to know whether more than one club can sponsor a global grant project altogether. Roy, who is there? Hello, Sumit. Sumit is there?
Hello. Good evening, sir. This is Roy.
And the question is, more than one club, can they sponsor one grant?
Yes, sir, more than one club can sponsor the grants, but the responsibility of the grant will be with one club only, who will be the lead club.
Any number of clubs can sponsor a combined project, but the financial responsibility will rest with one club. Am I right? Yes. Prasanna, you got your answer. Anybody else?
Thank you, sir.
Yes.
Ariga wants to talk.
Yes, tell me. Heli sir.
Community assessment ಗೆ ಏನಾದರೂ ಸ್ಪೆಸಿಫಿಕ್ ಗೈಡ್ಲೈನ್ ಇದೆಯಾ? ಹೌ ಟು ಕಂಡಕ್ಟ್ ಕಮ್ಯುನಿಟಿ ಅಸೆಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್? ವೆರಿ ಫಿಕ್ಸ್ಡ್ ಪ್ರೊಫಾರ್ಮಾ and who are the people we should contact and assess the community requirement?
Roy?
Yes, sir. There is a community assessment tool as well as a report. Format is there on the website. You can refer to that and do the community assessment. It is there.
You can just go the Rotary Foundation and download that assessment tool. And there is a format. Once you start opening the format, it tells how to go about. It has got all the hints there.
Thank you.
Anybody else?
Roy?
Yes.
Can I have one small clarification?
Please.
There was in the cooperating organization sectionally, there was one additional partners, volunteer travelers, and cooperating organization. Can you just let me know what is that volunteer travelers and additional partners? How do you differentiate between a cooperative organization and additional partners and volunteer travelers?
This is past Governor Ravi. Roy,
yeah.
You may please. Yes.
Good evening, sir, first of all. Secondly, as everybody knows that Global Grants has 3 activities, eligible activities. One is the humanitarian programs. The second one is the VTT, that is the vocational training teams. And the third one is a scholarship. So when we talk about volunteer travelers, that is the VTT part, because it is also covered in a global grant. Number one. Number two, your question was other participating organizations. Cooperating
partners.
Yeah, sir, in some cases there may be one cooperating partner and additional ones also. So if there are additionals, or if you want to put the name of the clubs who are participating additionally, that can be put there. That means additional partners.
That means a lead club and club number 2 and club number 3, like that.
So lead club is always there. They are in the focus. So you may be the club number 2 and club number 3.
Okay. And then which category, if we suppose we try to talk to a member of a legislative assembly here, they've got funds. Supposing we try to give some equipment to schools, like all these, whatever we are planning at RILM. So how do we take the investment of the funds through a government organizations, like the grants from a member of a legislative assembly or member of a parliament? Some funds are available with them. How do we route it for our project?
Sir, as far as the foundation is concerned, if it has to be a global grant, it has to be routed through the Rotary Foundation, number one.
No, not the Rotary Foundation. I'm talking about the funds available with a member of parliament in our district. How can we route it through either our club or the district to make a big project?
Sir, my answer is very straightforward. If it has to be a global grant, it has to come through the Rotary Foundation. Rest, I am not sure how it is going to be. So my answer is very clear that if it has to be a global grant, it has to be routed through the Rotary Foundation. That's all I can say.
No, I didn't get you at all. I'm not.
PDG Ravi, can I come in for a minute?
Yeah, please.
You see, the government MP, MLA led funds, they will not give it to the Rotary Foundation, and hence, if I'm right, they are not coming into the Rotary Foundation, and therefore we are not able to do grants with it. Right? So you may not be able to do it unless the government agrees to pay that towards the grant money and then receive the entire grant money back. So from that point of view, till now, to the best of my knowledge, it's not been possible to use the MP-led funds, etc.
Only way, Anant, if I need correction, if that money can be used for your club cash contribution.
Yeah, if the government agrees to give it to your club, fine.
Yes.
But there is no cash contribution now.
Allah, cash contribution can be there, but foundation will not match with it.
Can match, that's what, yeah.
You can use, am I right? You can take that money and use for your club cash contribution. Is it allowed?
Sir, as a foundation staff, I have not heard about anything what you have said, money coming into the club and being given to the foundation, whether it is matched or not. So I'm not a part of it. It is up to you to decide what happens, but I'm not part of it.
Okay.
Excuse me, sir. No MP or MLA, the funds will be routed.
Governor, sir.
It only routed through the EC.
Any other question? Anybody else? Anybody else? Any other question?
No, we can continue.
Yes, sir.
Any question?
We can continue.
I know. Any last question? If there is no,
Am I
yes,
audible?
tell me.
Yes.
Yes, you're audible. Tell me.
It's Kaushik Edian here from Rotary Kundapura Riverside.
Yes.
I just wanted to know if we can have a global grant project on desilting of lake. ಕೆರೆ ಹೂಳೆತ್ತುವ ಪ್ರಾಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಾವು ಗ್ಲೋಬಲ್ ಗ್ರಾಂಟ್ ಗೆ ಪಡೆಯಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಅವಕಾಶ ಇದೆಯಾ ಅನ್ನುವ ವಿಷಯದ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮಾಹಿತಿ.
If it fits into one of the 6 areas of focus, why will you be able to throw some light? His project proposal is to desilt a tank which irrigates lands. Is it? Am I right?
I don't
Yes,
think.
sir.
I don't think it will fit in any area of focus, neither in water and sanitation, but
economic and community development.
No. With that, if we can include some other activities like wash stations or something like that, maybe we can think about it. Maybe there can be a project, but that has to be an innovative one.
If just desilting will not end up with any humanitarian aspect of it. Okay. That is the last question, friends. If you have any other questions, you can share the question with either me, District Governor, or the Rotary Foundation staff. They are always available, and our ARFC Anant is available. Any question, you can phone up one of us, or you can send an email. Thank you for all the active participation. Now it's the time of the incoming leaders. May I request District Governor nominee Ramchandramurthy, where are you? Your impressions. Ramchandramurthy, yes.
Governor Ramesh, DG Rajaram Bhat, TRF Narayan, trainer and councillor Jana and Bhartesh, and DGND Gauri, and all my dear presidents, secretaries, and the participants. Good evening, everybody. And today it is a very informative session. Gulam, the trustee, has talked about the overall TRF working and the requirement and the sanctions made so far. And P. Narayan on global grant, as usual, the best presentation. And Sumit William, definitely a very good lucid presentation on how to fill up the application of the grant. And as usual, HR Anant is a Kannada presentation is very good. Actually, it is required for our district. So on stewardship, in Kannada presentation is very good. So one important point I want to take it up is ಸ್ನೇಹಿತರೆ ಯಾವ ಕ್ಲಬ್ಗಳು ಕೂಡ ಗ್ಲೋಬಲ್ ಗ್ರಾಂಟ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಗ್ರಾಂಟ್ ಇದು ಪ್ರಾಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಡಿ. ಪ್ರಾಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅಸೆಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಸರ್ವೆ ಅದ್ರದ್ದು ಏನಿದೆ ಕಮ್ಯುನಿಟಿ ನೀಡ್ ಅವೆಲ್ಲ ಏನಿದೆ ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಸರ್ವೆ and then the moving on to the process is very important. And then you find that project is good, going to benefit community in the areas of focus, definitely go ahead. And then about the Gulam very much well said that Rotary connects the world in this stage of COVID-19. So connecting the people, even though we maintain the social distance, that is socially connected and stay connected, when we can do a lot of wonders. This is what is very important. When next year, this one theme of the Rotary International is Rotary opens the opportunity. So with this situation, we should see that what are all the opportunities available with the limited situation maybe, but we should see that we should always visualize the impossible. Visualize the impossible. So that is very important. So then we will find opportunities and doors are open. So this way, this whole session has come very nicely and very informative. And I request all the president and secretary to see that each one present here will take up one global grant project next year, so that the community benefits a lot. And also at the same time, you see that the foundation giving is also equally good. So that way, as Anant is telling, when we show it to the community and the beneficiary donor that how best these funds are utilized, there is no problem in raising the funds. So that way, you should be confident that why that we should give to foundation. We should be confident because we members ourselves are hesitant to give it to TR. Then how can we go to the public? So that way, nobody should have any doubt about the TRF working and also the utility of the funds and also the benefits to the community. So that way we should move on by having confidence of our own work and see that the Rotary Foundation is going to be very stronger and stronger. Ultimately, it comes back to us to do good in the community. Thank you very much for the offer.
Thank you,
All the best.
Ranjanmurthy. We are safe in your hands for 21-22. Thank you. Thank you very much, Madam. Dr. Gauri, it's your time now.
Respected Rotary leaders and my dear friends, I really feel very humbled today because of the depth of knowledge that we have seen given to us today and the information given to us today. Talking on global grants, I don't think I'm really qualified to really comment on the wonderful speakers we have heard today. Dr. PDG Gulam Vahanvaty, he gave a fantastic talk and motivated people about how we should go about global grants, what can go wrong, what the image of India is in the global way. And it is humbling to hear such a great speaker who could, and every speaker today spoke from the heart, and they gave precise information of what could be done to have a global grant. And I request and plead to the presidents to really understand this grant seminar, where you'll be given a paper to sign, and please definitely go through the paper, because there's a lot of information which is available in that four pages that you will have to sign. PDG Dr. Narayan was fantastic. He gave the details of global grant and district grants. And then Sumit William followed it up with on the online applications of details. It is unless you really do a global grant, you really can't understand what it involves. When people talk to us about going online and then trying to go from this place to that place, we can understand it only when we really do it. And I urge all the presidents to try to go ahead and try to achieve and understand a global grant and do it. PDG Anand was extremely good and very frank and forthcoming of what can go wrong with a global grant and how sometimes it can be misused. But we also should remember that we have done so much good, and very rarely has something been misused. And because of that, some people who misuse a global grant, the India itself can, and the Rotary itself can get a very bad name. I agree. I see so many sometimes there we have had toilets built, and after 2-3 years they are so dirty and so horrible to look at. Then that certainly is not a very good image for Rotary. So when we are spending the money that has been given, and the money that has been given by all Rotarians and so many others with their hard work, with hard-earned money, and we are responsible for the money that we are spending and how we are going to use that. I sincerely thank all the speakers who have done such a wonderful job today. I have learned so much, and I'm sure all of us gathered here have learned so much about it. Thank you once again, and I thank DGE for the opportunity. Thank you so much.
Thank you, madam. It has been a learning experience for everybody, even me. Though I have been working with the global grants for so many years, it has been a learning experience for me. Every workshop is a learning experience. We'll have to go forward. Friends, 2 hours of the time allotted, we have done within 2 hours. We started a bit late, we are closing it. But 2 hours is 2 hours.
Yes, yes.
Yes. Now up to District Governor would like to tell about his vision of 2021 as far as the grants are concerned.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, the district leaders of our 3182. Our Gulam Vahanvaty has told detail about the stewardship and what is the position of TRF Foundation. So, anyhow, next year onwards for the cash contribution, they are not paying. So, but we have to do it ourselves. And Sumit William tell about how to do the grant, and P. Narayan tell about the grant, and about the stewardship, Anant told very, very nicely. So in the Kannada. So John Roy has given the answer to all the questions. So very nice thing has happened. So I think we have to support the Rotary Foundation, because without the Rotary Foundation, Rotary will not be there. ನಾವು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೇವೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಮಿನಿಮಮ್ ₹2000 ಎವ್ರಿ ಮೆಂಬರ್ ಎವ್ರಿ ರೋಟೇರಿಯನ್ ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೇವೆ. ಅದನ್ನ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಏನು ಗ್ರಾಂಟ್ ಇದೆ ಇದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ಟ್ ಗ್ರಾಂಟಿಗೆ 4 ರೆವಿನ್ಯೂ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ಟ್ ಇಂದ 4 ಜನ ಚೇರ್ಮನ್ ಅನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೇವೆ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಎವ್ರಿ district they can do the global grant, they can learn about the global grant. So ಪ್ರತಿ ಮಂತ್ ಪ್ರತಿ ವರ್ಷ ಇದೇ ತರ ಸೆಮಿನಾರ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಗ್ಲೋಬಲ್ ಗ್ರಾಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಕಲಿಬೇಕು. ಏನೇನು ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಅಗತ್ಯ ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಗ್ರಾಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ಟ್ ಗ್ರಾಂಟ್ ಏನು ಆಗ್ತದೆ ಅದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ತಯಾರಿದ್ದೇವೆ. ಮತ್ತೆ MOU ಏನಿದೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಕಳಿಸ್ತೇವೆ. ಅದನ್ನ ಒಂದು ಕಾಪಿನ ನೀವು ಕ್ಲಬ್ನವರು ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಮತ್ತೊಂದು ಕಾಪಿನ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ಟಿಗೆ ಕಳಿಸಿಕೊಡಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಟೈಮ್ ಆಯ್ತು. ಸೊ ವಿಲ್ ಎಂಡ್ ಅಪ್ ದಿಸ್ ಒನ್ ಸರ್. Thank you everybody.
Now the last item on the agenda, vote of thanks by Krishna Kanchan. Is he there? Krishna Kanchan?
Is
there, I think.
Krishna Kanchan?
ಏನು ಹೆಸರಲ್ಲಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಸರ್? ಈಗ ಬಂದ್ರು. Yes sir.
ಬಂದ್ರು. Is there.
Okay.
Yes sir.
Vote of thanks.
Can you hear me?
Definitely.
Yes.
100%.
Can you hear me?
100%.
Yes. Good evening everybody. As all of you know, the district grant management seminar is mandatory for all the clubs. At the outset, let me thank our beloved district governor, Rotarian B.N. Ramesh, for his opening remarks. Today we had the golden opportunity to hear none other than TRF Trustee, past district governor Rotarian Gulam Vahanvaty. As Dr. Narayan said, we would not have found a better person to elaborate TRF and its grant. Thank you on behalf of district administration. Today, one of the best speakers we had was past district governor H.R. Anand from RI district 3190. ಶುದ್ಧ ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಟೀವಾರ್ಡ್ ಉಸ್ತುವಾರಿ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ತಿಳಿ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ನಮ್ಮ ಕೋರ್ ಕಮಿಟಿ ಪರವಾಗಿ ಪಾಸ್ಟ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ಟ್ ಗವರ್ನರ್ ಅನಂತರವರಿಗೆ ಅನಂತ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು. Rotarian Roy John has answered some of the queries raised by the participants. Thank you for your fine gesture, sir. Our own TRFC, Dr. Narayan, has elaborated the various grants to be claimed. Thank you, sir. Past district governor Sumit William session was very wonderful and effective on the online application. Thank you, sir. Our DGN, MGR and DGND, Dr. Gauri, have graced the occasion and presented their views. Thank you. Last but not the least, our leader, we thank our leader, DG Rotarian Rajaram Bhat, core committee, AGs, Rotary leaders, and all the president and secretaries and their representative. Thank you one and all. Jai Rotary. Thank you.
Thank you very much. The meeting is adjourned.
Good.
Thank you, sir. Very good training.
ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಅಡ್ಡ
Really, thank you.
ಸಂತೋಷ 3D vote ಸೋನಾಲಿ
Thank you.